finally got those 5 up front from about 4 weeks ago, that they have the chemistry. They know what they're doing as an offensive line. And, Barry, that is no doubt that they know what they're doing. 3 weeks in a row, they've had big wins, culminating with wins over Sparkman and Austin. And why is that big, Barry? Because tonight, James Clements comes into this game number 4 in the region. If they win tonight, James Clements could literally go from number 4 in the region and being on the road to going down to Mobile in the first round of the playoffs to actually being here at Madison Municipal Stadium as a number 2 seed. We shall see how the game ends tonight.
Let's go down for the toss of the coin.
Tails, the side that says head represents heads, okay? Albert, when you're the visitor, what would you like?
Tails.
Tails is what he's called. If I'm going to pitch it up and flip it. If I drop it, we'll do it again. The call is tails. Did not drop it. It is tails. Captain, you won the toss. You want the ball?
We want the ball.
Okay.
Keith, the Aggies have won the toss, and they want the ball first, so we will be receiving. The captains out there, I believe that's Eli Smart, Cooper Scott. Let's see, Keegan Thompson, and the other one, I believe, Maddox Beck. And the Aggies in their white uniforms, white pants, jerseys, black helmets, and then you got James Clements in their what, powder blue, kind of North Carolina blue, would you say?
That's exactly what I'd say. It's a good, that, or if you've ever seen the Citadel plays. Barry, if somebody forgot to pay Mub, the lights just completely went out.
Hope Keith is safe wherever he is. The lights are out on the field. Keith, are you okay down there?
Yeah, kind of. I was thinking the same thing. Somebody didn't pay the doggone bill, but guys, it'd be nice to take the ball right here, sustain a drive. Even if we don't score points, sustain that drive, flip the field, put them back in bad field position. Hey, I say we come out firing this thing. Let's throw it downfield a couple of times.
And Albertville Aggie football presented on Power 107.5 by Howard Bentley Buick GMC. They've got their intro, kind of like we do in basketball, Chris, when we turn the lights off. I think it's one of the coolest things you see. It gives high school sports a college atmosphere. For some of these kids, they'll never get that atmosphere.
Right. I love it.
I do too.
If you're not here, imagine this. The lights are completely out in the stadium. Only the glow from the scoreboard that is showing a James Clements introduction. It is a phenomenal atmosphere.
And in there, let there be light, boys. I just got blinded down here.
So they turned it down a little bit for you just now, Keith.
Ooh, my pupils are confused.
So John Florence is 5-1. Then you got Austin, Sparkman, James Clements all at 4-2. Then Huntsville and Bob Jones at 3-3.
Yeah, and who does Florence have tonight?
Bob Jones playing Huntsville. Austin plays Grissom, and Sparkman at Florence.
You know, the funny thing is, I looked at this 2 or 3 different ways, and I really believe in everything that I've looked at, Barry, that if James Clements wins this game tonight, they go from number 4 to the number 2 seed because they will have the head-to-head wins over Sparkman and over Austin. So unless there's a 3-way tie that I just didn't factor in, and guys, we'll learn all about it. I tell you who will be able to help us.
Yep.
Jeff Allen, after this game's over with on the Power 107.5 and WQSB scoreboard, will be able to figure all of this out. But I really think James Clements becomes a number 2 seed with a win tonight against Albertville. But Albertville comes in here. Coach Weingarten says, good week of practice, trying to find those players that want to play. And tonight, Albertville could do a really, really big thing, pull off the upset on the road, and make sure that James Clements has to travel down toward Mobile next week.
We just need that swagger back we had leading up to the Grissom game. Back deep, Cooper Scott along with Colin Parker. Just a little bit of a breeze here. Feels good. Good football weather. Great weather to broadcast the game from the bleachers, I always say.
Nothing like it.
Hospitality. Here's the kick, a high kick, returnable. Cooper Scott comes up, fields at 20-yard line, 25, down the sideline, 30, 40, finally shoved down at about the 43-yard line. That is a good return, John.
Cooper Scott had his heels on about the 6 or 7 yard line. James Clements, good kick, but it tailed off to the left. Cooper able to get it on a full run at about the 12-yard line, turn up the far boundary, got some great blocking, ran through some arm tackles, and James Clements had to push him out of bounds before it was going to be a big-time gain. But Albertville starts this drive at their own 42-yard line.
And I want to say Talik Saint, Cooper Scott, Kobe Watson, Brant Sweat involved in the offense. Sweat in motion, hands off up the middle, and nowhere. Hit a blue wall. James Clements stands him up, a loss of, they're going to give him forward progress of a yard. Colin Parker nowhere to go but down. He loses one.
Yeah, when you look at that front three, they play a 3-4 defense, and they got Tank Ezel. He's the nose tackle. He's a Division II nose tackle, and you can see why, Keith, right there, shutting everything down in the middle. The dive, nowhere to go.
Eli Smart wide left, Brant Sweat wide left, Sweat in motion. CJ hands off up the middle, a little bit of room, gets back to the line of scrimmage, picks up maybe a couple more. A gain of about 3. It'll be 3rd down and 8 for Albertville.
Talked about changes across the offensive line. They've moved Kellen Hampton out to the right tackle. They put Christian Ramirez at center. This time a little bit of a counter play as it looked like it was coming to the near side. Cuts back, goes off of Kellen Hampton, and the right side of that offensive line able to get a little bit of a movement. Gain of about 4. Barry makes it at least a manageable 3rd down.
3rd down and 8 from the 44-yard line. Opening drive of the game. G-Man Sarant checks in. Sweat in motion to the left. CJ rolls left side, has time, throws it down the middle. Smart's there going up. Great defensive play, knocked away by Wyatt. Smart had a step on him. Had CJ let him just right, John, that could have been 6.
Could have been 6. He ended up getting behind the defensive back, but remember that these guys are very fast. That's one thing that we talked about. And when you turn around and you look, it was number 4, Jaden Delabridge, able to turn around. Senior gets his hands up, able to bat the ball away at about the James Clements 27, 28-yard line. And the James Clements defense able to turn Albertville away first drive.
I like throwing it, but there's a one hopper back to CJ. Good kick. Way back to the 20, chasing it down. Here comes a return to the 19. Looks for a block, gets one to the sideline. 30, 35, cuts back 40, 45, cuts back again. Midfield, 45, 40. CJ Zuniga, the punter, brings him down at the 40-yard line.
Good punt, got a lot of height on it. A great chance for Albertville to be able to cover that one, Keith, but they got it in the hands of Alex Lively. We talked about him on the drive up here. Just an outstanding receiver, and you see why.
How about that, Chris?
Hey, guys,
Yeah.
that punt, that's a 0, is nothing net. They
It's
returned
right back
it right back where it's
yeah,
at, yeah.
It is. That was
Yeah.
a great punt, too.
Yeah,
But just
it
a good
was.
return. Here comes the Jets. Quarterback is Evers, the junior quarterback, has a great arm. Gideon beside him, he's got the legs, hands off to Gideon, up the middle, going to be hit at the line of scrimmage, fighting 39, 38, 37,
Wow.
breaks free, 30, 25, 20 to the end zone, touchdown. How did that happen?
M.J. Gideon on just a simple dive play. And Peyton Jones comes in from the corner, makes contact. Gideon's legs, Barry, never stopped. And he ran literally through arm tackles. There was a big, huge pile of massive Albertville bodies. And all of a sudden, he pops out the back end. And in one play, James Clements, no pun intended, Keith, flying to the end zone.
Wow.
I absolutely lost him in the pile. I thought he was down.
I did too. I think a lot of the Aggies thought we had him down. They just let him go. Touchdown, 40 yards, 41 yards. Extra point is up, and it is good. We'll take a timeout. Brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. With a timeout, 10:09 to go in the first. Quickly, 7-0 James Clements. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Design your Cabco dream home from the outside in at J&J Homes of Albertville. Crafted with care and engineered to last, your custom options are endless. Both J&J and Cabco builders are proud to be locally based, family-owned, and independently operated. Home ownership made easy. Come by to get their lowest price guarantee with several finance options available, including zero-down options with land or approved credit. Cabco Builders and J&J Homes of Albertville, your dream team for your dream home.
Hey folks, Mark Brickey, Sand Mountain Toyota. There's a lot to consider when buying a truck. Towing capacity, cab space, gas mileage, resale value. When you're talking with your salesman, is he willing to sit behind the wheel of the same kind of truck he claims to stand behind? Here at Sand Mountain Toyota, we buy what we sell. Not only do we stand behind our trucks, we put our own money and trust in Toyota trucks, just like you. Come by and check out our huge selection of popular Toyota trucks. Sand Mountain Toyota, we're more than a dealership.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Gunnersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Foodland, your football tailgating headquarters.
Gilbert and Ball forwards at Albertville, extremely short scoring update.
This doesn't take long, Barry. One play, 42 yards. M.J. Gideon to the house. Extra point up and good. James Clements leads 7-0.
Here's a return. Colin Parker up the middle. Parker to the 30, wrapped up, going down, shy of the 30. Right around the 28-yard line. They kicked it away from Cooper Scott.
So, guys, you think Mike could throw it on first down instead of?
We've got to. We're going to go back to the short passes. You go back beginning of the year against Arab and Boaz, the little short passes were working. We wait till third down.
Yeah.
You got to throw it deep, and they're just laying back with about 4 or 5 defensive backs saying, "Oh, throw it."
And I'm not saying anything bad right now, but I feel like we can beat their corners. Their safety right here, guys, is about 5'7".
Yeah.
So I think we can beat these guys deep.
I agree. First down. 29-yard line, fumbles the snap.
That's not good.
There's a pile up. James Clements says they have it, and they've got it. Goodness.
Now remember that Kellen Hampton, who has been your center for the entire season, gets shifted over to right tackle. Christian Ramirez, that's been the guard, is now in at center. And so there is kind of a chemistry there, Keith, between the center and the quarterback. They get very intimate and they know one another. I've been there for a season or two. And all of a sudden, right there, CJ mishandles the snap, or it was a bad snap. Either way, ball on the ground, and James Clemens able to recover.
New running back in, Christian Ritchie, number 9 for the Jets. First down from the 27-yard line, hands off to Ritchie up the middle, hit hard, 25-yard line. Tay Prater stood him up, makes the tackle. Also on the tackle, you got Peyton Jones, a gain of 2.
I think it was about the same exact play they ran a while ago with Gideon. This time, running back bends it back to the right, but you said it, Prater and Jones able to get there for the tackle.
Second down and 8 from the 25-yard line. Quarterback turns, looks, throws, ball is tipped, almost picked off. Talik Saint almost had a pick six.
Man, Coach Weingart said he wanted one of those. Go ahead, Keith.
Sorry, man. I was going to say, if Talik gets his hands on that ball, it is a touchdown. Nobody's going to touch him. It was like a pick six in the flat. Sorry, John, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying Coach Weingarten said that we were going to need a couple of turnovers on the road right there. A big-time opportunity, just couldn't get his hands on it.
Not a good pass, threw into double coverage. Evers, the quarterback, fakes, throws right side, got his man, hit hard, going down, 16-yard line. Good tackle over there by Colin Parker playing some, or was it Cooper Scott? That was Cooper Scott makes the tackle. It's going to be enough for a first down.
Yeah, and right there, guys, you realize who caught the pass, don't you? It was M.J. Gideon. They got the wide receiver lined up. The running back lined up out here at wide receiver and able to move the chains for a first down.
First down and 10, 16-yard line, back to pass again, throws to Gideon. Gideon makes the catch, sidesteps one man. He's going to be shoved out of bounds at about the 11-yard line, and that's a gain of about 6.
Barry, here along the near boundary, they get the ball into the hands of M.J. Gideon. He steps inside, stutter steps again. 3 Aggies have him lined up to make the tackle, and then he out-angles them to the sidelines to gain about another 5 or 6 yards. You want to know why he's going to play in the SEC in 2 years? There you go.
2nd and 5, hands off, stops, cuts, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fighting to the goal line, being shoved by his line into the end zone. Touchdown, James Clements.
That's just, Keith, that's coming at you. It was a student body right underneath, handoff. Ritchie, the other running back coming at you, sees a little bit of daylight inside, puts his foot down, plants, goes north and south, gets to about the 1-yard line. Offensive line turns that one into a rugby scrum, as I said, right there in front of you, my friend.
Yeah, I thought we had him down on the half-yard line, guys, but I tell you what, it's a blessing for them to have 2 running backs as good as they.
A little over 3 minutes. They are about to go up 14-0 with a point after. Waiting on the snap. Finally the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is good. Let's take a timeout. Brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. 8:49 to go in the first. 14-0. You're listening to Albertville football on Power 107.5.
Since 1943, the Municipal Utilities Board has been meeting utility needs of the citizens of Albertville and surrounding areas. From keeping your home comfortable to providing necessary expansions and supporting industrial and commercial growth, MUB provides the utilities you rely on in your everyday life. Electricity, water, wastewater, all at a reasonable cost. MUB is committed to providing reliable service today and resources tomorrow. MUB is proud to be a supporter of this community channel broadcast.
You'll like banking at People's Independent Bank and PIB Mortgage. Here, you'll receive a high level of personal service, a full array of accounts and services, a variety of mortgage loans, local loan decisions, and you will see active corporate citizenship throughout our footprint. Step up to true community banking at People's Independent Bank. www.pibonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 466340.
Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger.
The James Clements touchdowns, another short drive.
Yeah, after Albertville fumbles on the snap, James Clements starts at the Albertville 27-yard line. 4 plays, 27 yards later, Richie goes in from 12 yards out. Extra point up and good. James Clemens up early, 14-0.
Comes off the Aggie fumble. Here's the kick, returnable, 15-yard line. Cooper Scott, 20, dancing around. Not a bad return at all, 25-yard line. They're going to bring it back at the 26, they'll call it. Last possession, first snap, we fumbled it, turned it over. Like John said, working with a new center, we just got to get some stability here on the offense. Throw a few short passes, get a first down or two. Let's get the offense going.
Well, we just got to slow down because what can happen now, and Keith, I think you know what I'm talking about on this one. You get behind early and you start trying to do too much. And then when you start trying to do too much and you get out of rhythm, you can actually make things a lot worse.
Sweat in motion left side. CJ drops back, rolls right side, looks, throws back across his body. Man, he had a receiver wide open, but CJ ran all the way across the field to the side, threw it back across the field, throws it over the receiver, incomplete.
Eli Smart actually doing a good job. He was lined up here on the slot on our side, Barry. CJ rolling the pocket toward the far boundary, and Eli working with him, staying behind him, though, and got here in the middle of the field behind the linebackers in front of the secondary. CJ able to see it, does something that you're told not to do, Barry, which is throw across your body. But Eli was wide open, just threw it over his head.
I like throwing it on first down. 2nd and 10, Sweat in motion. Kirkland in, pitch back. There's Sweat, going to be hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage. Can't get around the corner there, Keith. No gain at all. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, we missed a block out here on the corner. Really quick guy, got able to get around our guy, man. Just know where to go with it right there. I'm with you, Barry. I think we need to throw the short pass a little bit. You know, it was a bobbled snap really on that first one, and CJ rolled out to the right. He probably needs to just tuck that one and try to get upfield and get as much as he can. He probably could have picked up 3 or 4 yards. But we got to get something going, man.
Yeah, we're not seeing Talika on offense at all. He's playing strictly defense at the moment. Right side, Smart. Left side, 2 receivers. One of those, Hudgens and Sweat. G-man in motion, back to pass. CJ just gets rid of it, almost threw an interception. He had no chance that time. The blitz came through. CJ just had to unload it.
Barry, I don't even think that was a blitz. I think you had 3 down linemen that literally threw their offensive lineman out of the way because it was Tank Ezell, number 5, at the nose tackle position that wrapped up CJ around the legs. The offensive line has got to come together on the sideline over there for the Aggies if they are going to have any chance at any offense. And I know you're in different positions, but there has got to be, as Coach Weingarten said, Barry, there's got to be a standard. You've got to be willing to block and block for your quarterback. And right now the offensive line a little porous. And unfortunately, with some of those newcomers, Barry, we have a jump here on the punt.
And I also think they're trying to fix the scoreboard. We got 20 minutes now on the clock over there. I have no idea what they're doing.
Hockey. This is the first period, hockey.
So it is 14-0 James Clements, and there is the penalty, the first Marshall County Sheriff penalty flag on the field. It's against us. So it's going to be 4th and 15. They'll back it up 5. So James Clements will again get the ball back in good shape. They've had 2 possessions, both starts inside their territory. CJ bobbles the snap. He's going down. 5-yard line. He bobbled the snap. Keith, in front of you, there is nothing you do but just get tackled.
Keith fell down to his knees, guys, literally.
I'm trying to stretch a little bit.
Wow.
I don't know if it's a situation where CJ's hands are cold or something, but, he bobbled maybe 2 or 3 from under center, and then, bobble that one.
Yeah.
And when he's under center, like John was talking about earlier, we've got a new center out there playing. When he goes under center, I think maybe the tempo of the ball coming back is a little stronger. And he's not used to that, so they need to get over here and get a ball on the sideline and just work it.
Yeah, their average start probably, John, is about the 20, 25-yard line right now.
Well, the snap came back, like you said, Barry, short, and it rolled. CJ picked it up, and he was going to try to take a step or two our way and kind of rugby punt that, but when he did, the pressure from James Clements coming off the right side of their punt return unit, when he ran to the right, Barry, he ran into the pressure and got tackled.
James Clements' ball, hands off right up the middle, fighting to the 4, to the 3, like a bull to the 1-yard line. What a run by Tank Ezell. Tank is exactly the name. He's finally pulled down at the 1-yard line.
You know what position he's listed as, don't you?
Ooh, I don't know.
He's listed as the nose tackle. But they will put him in short yardage as a fullback, and I didn't know that 6 yards was short yardage, but here you go.
2nd and goal from the 1. There goes Tank again. Tank up the middle, and he is into the end zone. Tank Ezell, a 1-yard touchdown running just like that. It's 20-0.
Keith, nothing fancy about that, guys. I mean, that's line up 2 times, handoff to the fullback right up the middle. Stop it if you can, and they couldn't do it.
It's like he looks like the bulldozer off of King of the Hill right there.
John Riggins is what it reminds me of.
Yeah, that young man was determined. I don't know how many times he's got to carry the ball this year, but he was determined to get a touchdown.
Well, we've had the ball 3 times. We have a fumble by the quarterback, and then we had a fumble by the punter, same person. But we gave him the ball twice inside our 20-yard line. The other one was they returned a punt to our 42-yard line. So they've had great field position. You just can't give anybody the ball there, and now there's a penalty against James Clements. They're going to back it up for the extra point 5 yards further back, and the scoreboard is still screwed up.
And Barry, to your point, James Clements from their own 42-yard line, the Albertville 27 and the Albertville 6 on their scoring drives.
Now for the point after the kick. It is up, looks good, and it is good. No idea how much time on the clock. It says 20 minutes. It's 21-0. James Clements, you're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Design your Cabco dream home from the outside in at J&J Homes of Albertville. Crafted with care and engineered to last, your custom options are endless. Both J&J and Cabco builders are proud to be locally based, family-owned, and independently operated. Home ownership made easy. Come by to get their lowest price guarantee with several finance options available, including zero-down options with land or approved credit. Cabco Builders and J&J Homes of Albertville, your dream team for your dream home.
You never know what somebody's going through when they come in the bank. Calling them by name is so very important. Just make a difference in somebody's life today.
Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more. From large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company. Marshall County Gas is a proud supporter of this Community Channel broadcast. Remember, gas does it better naturally.
Forward an Albertville scoring update.
Yeah, this time after an errant punt in which the punter goes down at the 6, 2 plays, 6 yards. Ezell from 1 yard out. Extra point up and good. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. James Clements Jets, the squadron, up 21-0.
Here's the kick back to the 5. Cooper Scott, here he comes. 10. He'll try the side to the 15. Good move, 20. Good run, 27-yard line. Apparently the clock is broke. We don't know how much time is left. There's still probably half of the first quarter left. It's 21-0, but we do have the ball. We've got to get something. We've turned it over 2 times in a row.
Well, the White Hats keeping I saw them, Barry, during our break. The White Hat was doing some hand gestures up to the timekeeper, which would be a referee in the box as well. They're going to keep it on the field for right now until they can figure out what's going on with the time clock. But you're right, middle of the first quarter.
21-0. Got to get something going. Kirkland in the backfield beside CJ. You've got a G-man wide right. He'll drop, no hands off to Kirkland. Cuts the corner, good run. 30, 31-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Yeah, I got to have more of those. Kirkland, he's got so much speed. If he can ever just get loose, it'll be 2nd and 6.
A good job there by the right side of the Aggie offensive line, able to get James Clemens on skates a little bit. Kirkland comes up to the line, bounces it to the right side, able to get 4. Barry, I found a cheat code, by the way. Look at the bottom of the play clock. It'll tell you the game clock as well.
I see it now. 6:36 to go in the first quarter. Snap to CJ, hands off Kirkland, bounces left side. They got him. He's got speed, but not that much speed. He's brought down to the backfield by Jock Dennis, and a loss on the play.
Yeah, Jock Dennis is going to be one of those who's going to be playing on Saturdays as well, Barry. But right there, when Jakari has his speed, and he has speed, there is no doubt, but his speed needs to be, I'm heading at the line, and then at the last second I bounce outside. You cannot bounce in the backfield and expect to get to the outside. James Clemens linebackers, so much more faster than our running backs. They were just sitting there waiting on Jakari when he bounced at a loss of about 6.
Yeah, 3rd down at 11. CJ out of the gun. CJ drops back, rolls right side. Pressure's coming. They got him. Back at the 12-yard line. Hey, looking downfield, there's nobody open. Keithy had nobody to throw it to. Nobody's open down there.
Yeah, and that play developed really, really slowly, guys. It just seemed like it took forever. There was nobody. I thought we may have had somebody in the flats to throw it to, but there was nobody over here in the flats like everybody was going deep. I think that quick pass would serve us a lot better.
What do you think, Chris?
Well, I'm thinking throw it on 2nd down.
Yeah, don't wait till 3rd.
2nd 6 instead of 3rd and 11. I mean,
man, it's frustrating because CJ, you can say, why didn't you get rid of it? What he could have, there's nobody downfield open.
Well, nobody downfield open. The far side defensive end was pushing our tackle back into his roll lane, and when he had to slow down, Barry, to try to see downfield, backside defensive end's the one that tackled him.
Quick kick, good job, CJ. Good punt, return. Here it comes. 40 seconds to block in the back. No, he's not going to call a flag.
Yeah, he did.
I throw a flag. 30, 25 to the 20. If that's his flag, he needs a new one because that one's like he's got caught in the.
No, he didn't throw a flag.
No, he didn't. He threw his beanbag now. Wow.
They could do a snuff bag. So 23-yard line is where they're going to tackle him 1st down and 10. They've had great field position the entire game.
This will be they've had 4 drives. 3 out of 3 for touchdowns. This will be the 3rd out of 4 drives that have started on Albertville side of midfield.
All right, Gideon back in the backfield. 1st down, James Clemens on our 23-yard line. Hands off to Gideon. Gideon stops, cuts. He got him. Good job by Peyton Jones. Jones grabs him. Good help from a couple of other young men. I think McKinney also checked in. He makes a tackle. Finally, we stop him for a no gain.
Underneath handoff going to the far boundary. Just MJ Gideon trying to find somewhere to cut back when he thought he had a cutback lane. Great job by Peyton Jones filling the hole to make the tackle.
Evers out of the gun, man in motion right side, 2nd and 10. James Clemens. Evers drops back, looks, throws to the middle, into the end zone. Got him, touchdown.
Everybody worried about MJ Gideon coming out here in the flats, crossing routes in the middle. Oh,
yes.
But that was lively. The one that we talked about is their deep threat.
Usually where you see holding in the Marshall County Sheriff penalty flag, take that touchdown off. But Keith, if I'm them, I go right back to the same play.
Yeah, I don't know if there's confusion back there. It looks like a couple of our defensive backs are talking to each other. Somebody didn't switch off, but, man, there was nobody within 12 yards of him.
Nice pass by Evers, right on the money. So the hold will take away the touchdown. It's still 21-0 James Clements. 4:23 to go in the first quarter. They'll back it up. With this offense, now you just got to throw a 33-yard touchdown pass.
Best game going on the field right now is the battle between the two bands, to be honest with you.
It's going to be a good halftime show. I put money on Albertville. Here we go, 2nd and long for James Clements, back on the 33-yard line. Evers, man in motion, drops back, quick pass right side, got his man to the sideline, 25-24. They're going to bring him down. They get the penalty yardage back. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
Comes up, this quarterback takes the snap, immediately snaps the throw out here to number 14, Aaron Gonzalez, the number 2 wide receiver in that rotation. He gets north and south, and Barry, you alluded to it, got some of that penalty yardage back, makes it at 3rd down and 11.
So they're on our 24-yard line, under 4 minutes to go in the quarter. The scoreboard is we're looking at a beautiful landscape now. Must be the Smokies. Must be an ad. Back to pass. Evers looks, throws right side into the end zone. There he is.
Out of bounds.
No, he came down out of bounds. Man, that was a great pass, though. But when the receiver came down, that was Lively. His foot came down out of bounds.
Well, and it was a wheel route coming out here, and the quarterback had to hold it a little bit longer than he wanted to get Lively to clear. And as the ball came down, great job by the defensive back of Albertville just to continue to work him over toward the sidelines. And I think that's Colin Parker that they've got at the corner. And he kind of used his hip a little bit like you would in hockey, kind of a hip check to bounce him a little bit. So when Lively caught the pass and came down, his outside foot barely caught the out-of-bounds stripe, and the referee, Johnny, on the spot to make that call. Good job there by Colin Parker, the defensive back position.
We got a timeout. We'll take one. Brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. 3:42 to go in the quarter. 21-0 James Clements. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with People's, their goal is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank.
They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me.
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
Family-owned and operated Discount Building Supply in Warrenton is a whole lot more than building supplies and hardware. Stop by and browse their 130,000 square foot home center. You'll find popular smoker grills with supplies and seasonings, family outing and tailgate supplies, Yeti coolers, outdoor and hunting apparel, landscape management supplies, boathouse products, and everything to beautify your outdoor living space. Discount Building Supply and Home Center. 3 generations of the Walker family proudly serving your family. Lake Guntersville Pool and Spas is your home for custom pool design and construction, along with service, sales, and repair. They're also your authorized dealer for Bullfrog Spas and Swim Spas. For your new construction or redesign of your existing personalized outdoor space, visit our large showroom, located at the top of the mountain in Guntersville. Call Lake Guntersville Pool and Spas at 256-582-4050.
If your parents and grandparents owned a Ford, odds are they bought theirs at Alexander Ford in Boaz. For over 50 years, Alexander Ford has been known as the Ford store in North Alabama. With some of the same faces you've grown to know and trust, we celebrate our past and are excited about our future. We still do business like we always have without hidden fees and high pressure. You can put your trust in us, just like your parents and grandparents did. Alexander Ford, your family Ford store.
And if I'm James Clements, I just keep throwing it to Lively, the receiver. He's burned us twice, and one penalty brought it back. The other one, he came down out of bounds. We don't have anybody that can guard him.
Well, and Barry, they don't even have to go to the end zone. A wealth of their playbook open. If they can get the ball inside the Albertville 13-yard line, they'll get a fresh set of downs. So I'm sure that's the reason why the Jets wanted to call a timeout and realize we don't have to score a touchdown.
Nope, 4th down and 11. Evers out of the gun, and there's another Marshall County Sheriff penalty flag.
Yeah, this was going to be on James Clements.
Yeah. They're still going to go for it. It's going to be 4th and 16. But the way the receiver Lively, nobody can guard him. I'll just throw it up to him.
Hey guys, real quick, Geraldine Faust scored, still no score in the second quarter.
Wow.
Okay. Defensive struggle.
A little surprised. Both of them have outstanding offense and looked like a good battle on the defensive side here in this game. 4th and 16. Aggie band getting loud. Evers back to pass, throws right side, got his man. Did he get a foot down? He did at the 10-yard line. Enough for a James Clements first down.
Guys, it was another wheel route, but this time it went to Isaiah Ferreira. He's able to turn around, get his hands on the ball. He's not going for the end zone, but he catches it back shoulder, Barry, and then tight ropes at about the 11, 10-yard line. Excellently thrown ball and a great catch.
Great catch. Evers turns hands off. Gideon to the 10. Aggie defense, good job. Peyton Jones there, along with, I think that was Colin Parker. It's going to be, a loss of about a yard.
Guys, we've called Peyton Jones' name a lot on defense. He has had a whale of a season, doing a great job from his linebacker position. Just read his keys, ran down the lane, able to square up on MJ Gideon and hit him right at, matter of fact, Barry, loss of a yard.
2nd and goal from the 11-yard line. Gideon is checked out. 2nd and goal. Evers hands off up the middle. Sidesteps one man. 9, 7, 6, 5. Going down at the 5. Keegan Thompson, first Aggie to hit him. That's some help. It's going to be 3rd and goal now from the 5-yard line.
Barry, I'll tell you something I think maybe getting lost as well. They've scored. They're running the ball. You realize that 4 of those 5 offensive linemen are sophomores. That big number 70 here on the near side is the one that's going to college, who's a junior, but everybody else on that offensive line is sophomores, and they're manhandling at the line of scrimmage.
4th and goal from the 5, hands off to Richie to the 4, 3, 2, 1, diving. Did he get in? They're looking, yes, touchdown, James Clements.
Just a great job by the right side of the James Clemens offensive line. Got the Albertville Aggies defense on skates. Peyton Jones once again coming in to make the tackle, but great running backs do great things. And as he's going to the ground, running back stretches the ball out just enough to get it over the goal line, and a touchdown for James Clemens.
Richie's 2nd touchdown on the game, and both in the first quarter, of course. 2:22 to go in the quarter. 27-0. Looking to make it 28-0 with a point after. The snap, the hold, the kick, it is up. Right down the middle, it is good. We'll take a timeout. Brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. 2:22 to go in the quarter, 28-0 the Jets. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
At the Carpet Store, Highway 431 in Albertville, we're more than just our name. Sure, we're carpet, but we're so much more. We're ceramic floors, showers, backsplashes. We're hardwood, laminate, and luxury vinyl tile. We're installation supplies, vinyl flooring, and remnants. Why not visit our beautiful showroom and let our professional sales staff show you all the things we are? The Carpet Store, Mosley Flooring, Highway 431 in Albertville, where we're so much more than just our name.
At Piggly Wiggly, we work hard to deliver the very best to you and your family. We offer only the top quality Black Canyon Angus beef, Swift natural fresh pork, grade A Kegel fresh chicken, smoked, processed, and frozen meat items. One of the most popular promotions at Piggly Wiggly is our Pick 5 meat program. Purchase a single pack of meat and pay our everyday low price, or purchase 5 packages marked with the bright red Pick 5 label for just $19.99. You get the best of both worlds, great quality meats and a super low price. You'll always find low prices throughout Piggly Wiggly.
Since 1992, Horizon Communications has brought you community channel programming. As we're preparing for another season of high school sports, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our many loyal community-minded sponsors who've supported Horizon's local origination programming through the years. We encourage our local viewers to patronize our local sponsors and let them know how much you enjoy Horizon's community channel broadcast. For information on joining our team of community channel broadcast sponsors, give Mike Harden a call at 256-582-7373.
Gilbert and ball forward in Albertville scoring update.
Starting at the Albertville 23-yard line, 7 plays, 23 yards with Richie doing the honor from 5 yards out. Extra point up and good. Jets are flying high and all over Albertville. 28-0 still in the first quarter.
High kick, short kick coming up. Cooper Scott, 15-yard line to the 20, to the 25, trying the middle, swarm tackled around the 30-yard line. A decent start. Offensively, we're getting nothing going. Keith Ball, what do we got to do to get something going?
I'm thinking maybe the short pass. You got to get CJ settled in. CJ is discombobulated, man. He's just all over the place. He's bobbled several snaps. He's just a nervous wreck back there. I'm thinking maybe the short pass, kind of get him in a groove a little bit. The long, the long developing plays, the rollouts and stuff is going to be tough tonight. They're so fast. I think we do need to throw it downfield, but it's got to be quick.
CJ drops back. Pressure's coming. Little screen. Sweat's got it. Sweat tries the middle. There's almost a face mask. He's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage. You know, I know there's a reason. I'd love to know why we're not seeing Talik Sane on offense at all, defense only.
I don't know either, Barry. But what about that? Keith, did you see that play? He drops back. It's that screen pass that we've thrown all year long. James Clements recognizes it, and instead of chasing, they just sit still. And when they sit still and Sweat catches it and runs back toward the middle, he literally runs into a sea of baby blue, nowhere to go and no gain.
Gain of a half a yard maybe for Lucky, 31-yard line, 2nd and long. CJ hands up. Parker, good burst. 33, maybe 34, gain of 3, but that's all fine and all, but you're now looking at 3rd and 6. You got to have a lot more than that.
Yeah, James Clements is probably going to give Albertville that dive play the rest of the night. You want to get 2 or 3 yards, that's fine. We'll give you 2 or 3 yards, but we're not going to give you anything over the top. We're not going to give you any explosive plays because they just don't think that the Albertville offense can do it. And Barry, because of that, those linebackers are playing closer toward the line of scrimmage to shut everything down. Albertville's got to do something to hit one over the top.
3rd down and 6, 34-yard line, 2 men wide left. You got Hudgens and Sweat. Kobe Watson in motion to the left. CJ turns, looks, pressure's coming, throws right side. He's got Parker. Parker spun around. Did he get out of bounds after he crossed the first down marker? He caught the ball. They threw him out of bounds at the 39. That's about about a yard, half yard short of the first down.
It's about a yard short of the first down. So actually a greatly executed play call. Yeah. CJ coming here to the near side through a screen out the back door over on the Albertville numbers, and Colin Parker able to turn, and Albertville quickly to the line here on a 4th and 1.
You got to go for it. I mean, you're down 28 points. It's 4th and 1. CJ up the middle. I don't know.
Yeah, he fumbled the snap again, didn't he, Keith?
He did, and I think the difference right here is maybe Christian is firing the ball back there a little harder than Kellen. And CJ's used to that tempo or that what it feels like to get to receive the ball from Kellen. He's not used to receiving it. So when it's popping his hands with a lot of force, they've got to get over here, just them two, and work on it.
Yeah.
You know, get a ball, get over here, and get a feel for it because that's about the 4th bobbled snap tonight. It just – you know, you can't. It's just one shot to the foot after another, man.
Needed 1 yard, picked up half a yard with the fumble, turns it over on downs, and still no first downs here in the first quarter. It's the Jets' ball. The Jets hands off up the middle. New back in the game, tripped up at the 38-yard line. They're going to drive him backwards. A couple of Aggies. Jude Fan is there. Also, the Techeria, he's also there, so it's going to be a gain of 2.
Just a direct handoff, nothing fancy. They're just getting behind that offensive line, and they think that their offensive line can move Albertville around. And, Barry, looks like we've come to the end of the first quarter.
Now let's take a timeout. Timeout brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. After 28-0, James Clemens. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Design your Cabco dream home from the outside in at J&J Homes of Albertville. Crafted with care and engineered to last, your custom options are endless. Both J&J and Cabco builders are proud to be locally based, family-owned, and independently operated. Home ownership made easy. Come by to get their lowest price guarantee with several finance options available, including zero-down options with land or approved credit. Cabco Builders and J&J Homes of Albertville, your dream team for your dream home.
Hey folks, Mark Brickey, Sand Mountain Toyota. There's a lot to consider when buying a truck. Towing capacity, cab space, gas mileage, resale value. When you're talking with your salesman, is he willing to sit behind the wheel of the same kind of truck he claims to stand behind? Here at Sand Mountain Toyota, we buy what we sell. Not only do we stand behind our trucks, we put our own money and trust in Toyota trucks, just like you. Come by and check out our huge selection of popular Toyota trucks. Sand Mountain Toyota, we're more than a dealership.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Gunnersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Foodland, your football tailgating headquarters.
Let's try to forget that one. 28-0 James Clements. The lights, they've already turned out the lights. The party's over here. It's dark here at James Clements.
Man, it looks like a country concert. Little play there for QSB because everybody had their cell phones on with their lights off, our side and their side. But there, you alluded to it, a quarter that the Albertville Aggies would just soon not forget anytime soon, down 28-0. James Clements with the football coming out here in the second quarter. And Albertville's just got to think about doing some positive things. They've got to keep James Clements out of the end zone this time. Just get one thing positive that they can build off of.
And 2nd down and 8, second quarter coming up. James Clements with the ball on our 37-yard line. Quarterback Evers, he stays in. They brought back in the number 2 running back, Ritchie. He's already got 2 touchdowns. Hands off to Ritchie. Ritchie breaks free, 35-30 to the 25-yard line. Jude Fan helped make the tackle. Good job of Jude. But it's all the way down to our 25-yard line, first down.
Barry, they are really not doing anything fancy. It's underneath handoff, stretch play left, stretch play right. Let their running backs find a hole, and they are just finding some gaping holes in that defensive front right now.
2 receivers wide out right side. Evers hands off up the middle again to the 25, 20, breaks free, 15 to the 10, stops, cuts around the corner to the 5, to the 3, finally brought down 3-yard line, making the tackle. That Talik Saint makes a touchdown saving tackle on the 1-yard line.
Keith, this time it was just a read. They're going to read the defensive end underneath handoff because the defensive end was standing there looking at the quarterback. Running back gets in the pile, bounces it again, bounces it a third time, and it's just a chunk play. Those running backs are extremely fast and explosive.
They're going to mark him a little further back around the 3-yard line. Ritchie stays in. The handoff to Ritchie, 2-1. His 3rd touchdown of the game. Touchdown, James Clements.
And the James left side of the James Clements offensive line plowed him a huge hole, Keith. He wasn't even touched by an Aggie until he was 1.5 yards into the end zone.
Yeah, you're right. He's never touched until he scored points, man. We got to play with pride, guys. I know you're getting your tail whipped right now, but you can't lay down. They ain't going to lay down for you either. They're going to keep hitting you in the mouth. You got to play with some pride. Get after it. Let's go.
34-0. Early second quarter. The snap, the kick. It is up, and it is good. We'll take a timeout. Brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. 35-0 James Clements. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Since 1943, the Municipal Utilities Board has been meeting utility needs of the citizens of Albertville and surrounding areas. From keeping your home comfortable to providing necessary expansions and supporting industrial and commercial growth, MUB provides the utilities you rely on in your everyday life. Electricity, water, wastewater, all at a reasonable cost. MUB is committed to providing reliable service today and resources tomorrow. MUB is proud to be a supporter of this community channel broadcast.
You'll like banking at People's Independent Bank and PIB Mortgage. Here, you'll receive a high level of personal service, a full array of accounts and services, a variety of mortgage loans, local loan decisions, and you will see active corporate citizenship throughout our footprint. Step up to true community banking at People's Independent Bank. www.pibonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 466340.
Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger.
Football presented by Howard Bentley Buick GMC. Here's your Gilbert and Ball Ford and Albertville scoring update.
James Clements starting at Albertville's own 40-yard line. 4 plays, 40 yards. Richie once again doing the honors from 3 yards out, untouched into the end zone. Extra point up and good. Early in the second quarter, and the Jets flying high, 35-0.
What you got, Chris?
Hey, guys, got a score from Geraldine. Geraldine just kicked a field goal, made it 3-0.
Wow.
Still in the second quarter.
Here's the kick. It's going to bounce around the 25 to the 20. Scooped. Here comes a return. Cooper Scott better tuck that one away to the side. There he goes, 25-30. Run out of bounds over the 35. Good run by Cooper Scott. We need plays like that to fire this team up.
Yeah, and that might be one where Cooper's able to fire us up. He kind of bobbled it a little bit on the ground, picked it up, running up the hash marks here on the near boundary, and then bounced it. And I think that Cooper, when you think about what James Clemens is looking at, deceptive speed from Cooper Scott, able to turn the corner and set Albertville up with good field position at their own 36.
It's like James Clemens will jump up to 5-2 in the region. Big win for them if they can hold on to this one. CJ hands off. Parker bounces left side. Nothing doing on the left side. Gain of a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9 with 10:45 to go in the half.
Keith, when I had a chance to talk to Coach Juan Johnson, he said those 3 defensive linemen, not only are they good, but they're explosive getting upfield, but we also want them to eat blocks so that the linebackers can rally and make tackles. It's just a well-oiled machine right now between the defensive line and the linebackers as they rallied to make that tackle.
Yeah, they must be playing a really good pad level and doing a good job, John, because we're doubling some of these guys, can't get them moved, and then these linebackers are running free.
Sweat wide left. He now turns, comes in motion, hands off up the middle. Parker, good hard run, hits the line, makes it to the 42-yard line. And there's a late flag coming in after the play was over.
Hey, so real quick, John, right there, it just exactly what I just said. That linebacker nobody even breathed on him. He came through there and he absolutely untouched, smoked Colin, and there's going to be a face mask on the play, guys.
Colin gained 2, but you're out of face mask with another Marshall County Sheriff penalty flag on the field. With this, let's see, the ball is on the 39-yard line. It would be 3rd and 7. Now let's see what the penalty is. Should be face mask. Are they trying to decide whether it's the 5 or the, let's see. It is a face mask. So it's going to be still end of the run. So is it 3rd down?
It'll be 3rd down. Yeah, they're going to move it up. So instead of it being 3rd and 7, it'll be about 3rd and 2. And Keith, going to what you were talking about, that linebacker that came upfield, you got to find. You would think the middle linebacker, who you know is going to college, he's already a college commit. To be honest with you, his name's Eric Young, number 25. If it's my responsibility to the second level, I'm going to at least find number 25.
I'm confused. It should be 3rd and 8. To me, 8 minus 5 is 3. They're going to say, we're going to give you 3 because it's a first down. And we'll take it.
We appreciate it, guys.
First down of the game, right, Chris, for Albertville.
Yep.
Hey, we got to get Talik checks in on offense. Throw it to Talik. Get something going. CJ hands off. Kirkland tries to bounce it. Nowhere to go. The defense, couple of defenders swarm tackled him. No gain, 2nd and 10.
Number 28, Mark Hardy, strong safety for James Clemens. Played that one absolutely perfect. Came downhill, saw that Jakari was going to try to bounce it to the outside, running his lane from the defensive backcourt, and is just able to cut Jakari down literally right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and 10. Kirkland's going to check out. 9:19 to go in the half. Next week, James Clemens will wrap up the regular season with Homewood. We'll be home against Gunnersville on Friday night. Halloween night, too.
Oh.
2nd and 10, low snap. CJ hands off to Parker. Wow, that was a disaster from the get-go. Low snap, picks it up, hands it to Parker, a loss on the play.
Well, and you're lucky that an Albertville offensive lineman flinched before the snap of the football. So, Barry, I mean, here's the thing. I hate to say it. Only saving grace is if we'd have caught the penalty, it would have still be 2nd down. But a mix-up ball dropped in the backfield, just cannot get the mesh point right. And by the time he gets it into Parker's hands, a sea of blue back in the backfield with him, nowhere for him to go, and wrenches him down to the ground.
I know part of it, you want to run the ball and use clock, but now you're looking at 3rd and 14. You got Talik man-to-man coverage here on the right side. Kobe Watson joins him. CJ dropped back, pressure's coming. CJ running for his life. Running, rolling, looking, throws it short, throws it behind everybody. CJ just running for his life. Didn't have time to find anybody. Incomplete, 4th down.
Keith, when you got someone that large, number 90, the defensive end, who's able to get around the tackle and literally is chasing you down from behind, I would have probably ran out of bounds up into the stands and told him that I was a spectator of the game.
Yeah, and I tell you what, that guy's explosive off the edge, man. We're having a hard time blocking these guys. Not only, like you're talking about on run situations, those defensive linemen are eating everything up. Linebackers are just running all over the place. Then they put 90 down there with his hand on the ground, and he can get after the quarterback.
Update, Boaz leads A-Round 14-7. CJ punts it away. Good punt. Going to bounce. Good job. 20, 15, 10.
Hurry,
Come on,
hurry,
stop.
hurry.
Give us a break.
Oh.
No. Rolls into the end zone. Of course it does. So that was a great job by CJ. James Clements, it'll be their worst start of the night field position-wise.
CJ actually, I don't know if he meant to kick it back across the grain, but it actually really worked out.
Yeah.
CJ snapped it. He kind of rolls to the far boundary, kept going. James Clemens not really pressuring him. And when he punts it, I think he actually put it off the inside of his foot, but the returner, Lively, was following him, so it went back across the field, came here along the near boundary, and unfortunately for Albertville, just barely rolled into the end zone.
New running back, Jaden Delbridge, the 4th one they've used. Evers, the quarterback. This is their worst start from the 20-yard line. Evers fakes to Delbridge, throws it knocked down. Good job. Tate Prater came through, slapped it down. 2nd down and 10 coming up.
It's a good job. They always teach them, Keith, if they can't get to the quarterback to pass, get your hands up. He did exactly the way he was coached and able to get that one batted down.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's not a bad deal, is to bring some of our back-end pressure and try to get in the quarterback's face. He's not really, really tall, and you know, they've really not thrown it downfield except to Lively a couple of times.
2nd down and 10 from the 20. Hands off Delbridge. Delbridge, that may be a face mask. 21-22. Nobody's going to throw a flag. Short gain, making the tackle. Froelich in the game makes the tackle. It's going to be 3rd down and 7.
And right now, the Albertville Aggie defense, they got stopped on offense last time, but got a great punt, at least for the first time in 4 drives. James Clemens not starting on our side of midfield right now on this 3rd and long. Barry need the defense to keep James Clemens pinned down here on their end of the end zone, or end of the field for a while.
3rd down and 7. Clock running, 7:35 to go in the half. James Clemens up 35-0. They have the ball, 3rd and 7. Evers fakes, rolls right side, looks, throws across, got his man complete, 35. Nice pass play, making the tackle, Talik Saint, but not before James Clemens picks up another 1st down.
That fakes the underneath handoff, and then naked bootleg coming right towards you, Keith. He's looking, he's got a player short, one deep, but then the tight end drags, able to hit the tight end behind the linebackers, moves the chains.
38-yard line, Evers, hands off, Delbridge. Oh my goodness, wow, what a hit by Keegan Thompson. A deke leader at the 41-yard line. Delbridge, feet went up in the air, falls, picks up 3 yards.
Keegan, one of those players that's been playing defensive end that this week Coach Weingarten and defensive coordinator Derek Martin moved him back to linebacker. He's just tracking Delbridge, and I mean, Barry, you hit the nail on the head. The James Clemens running back, never saw Keegan Thompson and was absolutely depleted at the 41.
2nd and 7 from the 41. Evers hands off to Delbridge again. He's got a hole this time, runs low, 45, 47, 48. Close to a 1st down. We'll see where the spot is. Tate Prater helps make the tackle. It is enough 1st down, James Clemens.
Yeah, and that, listen, he got decleated last time, but good running backs do what good running backs do, and that's get the ball and get back in the fray. They needed about 6.5, 7. He got 8 1st down.
They got some good running backs. He's like the 4th running back they've used in the game, Chris.
Yes, absolutely.
They don't have a lot of yardage, but they've had great field position the entire game. From very short drives. Hands off to Delbridge again. Delbridge behind his big blocker. 44, 43-yard line. He hit behind the blocker. I don't think the Aggies could see him. Then he just explodes around him and picks up a 1st down.
Underneath handoff, but a buck sweep action from the offensive line. Front side guard kicks out the defensive end. Backside guard loops up in that hole, and you said it. Delbridge gets behind the backside guard, kind of gets lost in the fray of the Albertville defense. They finally rally and make the tackle, but not before a big gain to move the chains.
That was a smart move by Delbridge. He got behind big number 75 and just a hit, and you couldn't see him. 1st down to our 42-yard line. halfway through the second quarter. Evers hands up. Delbridge again. Kicks it left side. 30, 25, 20. They're going to sling him out of bounds. Jude Fan caught him, throws him out of bounds all the way down to our 12-yard line. And there's a flag back on the 40. Yeah, it's going to be a flag. I think we know who did it because big number 70 is shaking his head.
Well, and not only that, but while I was laughing, Barry, when the referee walks over to his flag and he does the holding call, number 70 is literally standing right off of his shoulder with both hands on his hips like, me? You're calling me?
Yeah.
So the unfortunate thing, or the fortunate thing when you're that big, you're usually a good offensive lineman. The unfortunate thing is when you're that big, Barry, it's real easy to catch you with an infraction.
They've had a few penalties, right, Chris? So there's another big holding call.
Yeah, that's their 5th one right there.
So they're 4-4. They're going to be in the playoffs. This win here will assure them of that. So it's all the way back to their 48-yard line, first and long. Evers hands it to Delbridge again, 49, 48, 44-yard line. Our defensive line, we're getting tired.
Yeah.
And Barry, they actually had kind of what I would consider a tight end in a wing, brought him over to one side of the formation. At the snap of the football, that wing and that front side or backside guard pull coming this way, open up the hole, and then Albertville actually does a good job of rallying to the point of where the ball's going, but there was such momentum from the offensive line and from that wing back that they just got Albertville on skates and rugby scrummed it for about 8 yards.
2nd and 12 on our 43-yard line. Evers hands off. Delbridge again behind that big line. And this time we're going to track him down around the 41. Peyton Jones, Christian Ramirez there. Christian a little slow getting up. He's okay. It's going to be 3rd down and 9 for the Jets.
Same play that they ran to get the bulk of that penalty yardage back. They went with it, except this time going the opposite way toward the Albertville sidelines. This time Albertville rallies, makes a good tackle after about a 4-yard gain to make it 3rd and long.
Delbridge, the workhorse on this drive. He's a senior. He's the 4th-string running back. It's 3rd down and 9 on their 41-yard line. 4:05 to go in the half. James Clements leads 35-0. Evers drops back. Plenty of time. Throws. Got him. Complete. 25, 20, 15. All the way down to the 9-yard line. McKinney just hopped on and rode. And finally brings him down at the 9-yard line.
Isaiah Ferreira, that they've used a few times on those 3rd down conversions, lines up as the outside wide receiver. Lively is who they're looking at. He's in the middle part of that. Lively goes downfield, clears it out. Isaiah Ferreira just kind of stops, camps out in that dead zone as everybody's dropping back. Pitch and catch between him and the quarterback. He gets north and south, able to move the chains and make a goal-to-goal situation. 1st and goal at the 9. Evers looks at the sideline. Play clock down to 9, down to 8. Delbridge beside him. Hands off to Delbridge to the 6, 5. They're going to bring him down around the 5-yard line. Talik Saint, good tackle, drops him at the 6. It'll be 2nd and goal. Same plays they've been running, Barry. I mean, it's real simple and not very fancy. They're just pulling a guard and they're using a wing back to try to clear open something. They're hoping their running back's able to get in there and pop a hole. But this time, Albertville Aggie defense does a good job. Talik Saint running his lane, filling the hole, and making the tackle. 3 minutes to go on the half. 35-0. 2nd and goal from the 6. High snap, hands it to Delbridge. He just got low to the ground and dives down to the 3. You couldn't see him. He just got real low to the ground and they couldn't find him. He finally is stopped at the 3-yard line. Keith, it looked like maybe that was Jude Fan that came up to make a touchdown-saving tackle. Like you said, he kind of got hit and then Fan able to come up and make a tackle. We're tired. We're calling a timeout. We'll take a timeout brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. 2:39 to go in the half. 35-0. The Jets on top. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5. Scoreboard. 35-0 with 2:39 to go. Albertville takes a timeout, Barry. You're right. Tired on the last 2 or 3 plays. Our defense has been out there the majority of this entire first half, and James Clements right now camped out at about the Albertville 2-yard line. And with about, 2 or 3 more shots to get the ball into the end zone here. Yeah, Geraldine 3-0 halftime lead over 5. How about that? Here we go, 3rd and goal. I'm looking for a heavy dose of Delbridge here.
He hands off. Oh, my goodness. Delbridge is going to be dropped back to the 6-yard line. Hello, Peyton Jones. Peyton Jones stood him up. Who helped him over there? Keith, who helped Peyton Jones on that tackle? Could you see?
It looked like Colin Parker was in on that one. Young man that's only played a handful of snaps on defense just tonight and come up and made a big play.
They dropped him back, a 2-yard loss. Looks like they may try a field goal.
I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to trot their field goal unit out here to try to get some more points here deep in Albertville territory.
It's be from the right hash mark. The tee is down about the 12-yard line, between the 11 and the 12. Roughly about a 21-yard field goal attempt from the right hash mark. The snap, it's down. The kick is up. Watch out, band. And it's good. Let's take a timeout. Brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. 1:53 to go on the half. It's 38-0 James Clements. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Design your Cabco dream home from the outside in at J&J Homes of Albertville. Crafted with care and engineered to last, your custom options are endless. Both J&J and Cabco builders are proud to be locally based, family-owned, and independently operated. Home ownership made easy. Come by to get their lowest price guarantee with several finance options available, including zero-down options with land or approved credit. Cabco Builders and J&J Homes of Albertville, your dream team for your dream home.
You never know what somebody's going through when they come in the bank. Calling them by name is so very important. Just make a difference in somebody's life today.
Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more. From large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company. Marshall County Gas is a proud supporter of this community channel broadcast. Remember, gas does it better naturally.
A field goal, so that's a little bit of a win there. Here's your Gilbert Evolved Forwards and Albertville scoring update.
Yeah, starting at their own 20-yard line, 10 plays, 79 yards later, field goal kicker able to come on, get the ball up and in there from 21 yards out. James Clements leading 38-0.
Ready for the kickoff. 1:51 remaining here in the half. Line drive. It's going to bounce down the 10. It will roll out of bounds. So we'll have a decent start on this one. The only first down we really got was off of a penalty. The face mask helped give us the penalty. As far as total yardage, what, less than 50, Chris? Less than 40? What do you?
Well, I'd say less than 10.
Less than 10? Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Because you're having to take into account that when you snapped it back to CJ on a couple of those punts where he got sacked, that doesn't, I mean, that's kind of like a sack as a quarterback, right? So, I mean, man.
I don't even know if it's even positive, to be honest with you. So,
all right, Kirkland back in and backfield with CJ. 2 receivers left side. Talik's one of those. CJ drops back, throws, got his man Sweat, catch. 45, drops the ball at the 48-yard line. He just dropped the ball.
It's a fumble.
Just ran off and left it.
Yeah, no, he made a great catch, and then he ended up getting a couple of steps in there, Keith, but it looked like maybe one of the defensive backs that was trailing from behind him punched the ball out from behind, and the ball landed on the ground, and James Clemens able to get it.
Yeah, I think when he put a foot in the ground, he was going to go upfield. The guy behind him grabbed his right arm and able to just pull the ball away from his body. The ball pops out. You know, guys, when it rains, it pours sometimes. Right now, we can't get out of our own way. We can't get anything positive going.
So that was a good play call. We talked about it. Short pass over the middle. Sweat had room. It was going to be a first down. Just one of those things. Our 3rd turnover here in the first half.
CJ made a great throw on the play, too. Good, led him, just a perfect throw. It's just, like I said, just one of them things. The ball's just not bouncing our way tonight.
New quarterback in for James Clements. They'll start on our 48-yard line. The snap, he's going to hand off to Delbridge, breaks 1 tackle, fighting to the 43, 42-yard line. The new quarterback was at 37 or 27, is it?
I think it's 37, guys.
Yeah, 37.
That's Kamari Lampkin. Lampkin, the freshman at quarterback. So gain of 7, 2nd and 3 for the Jets.
Coach Johnson, he could take a knee right here and get to halftime, but he's got some of those younger players in there, Barry, and looks like they're signaling. Yep. But I think they are utilizing a lot of the clock, but they are signaling in there and giving these young players a chance to play.
1:11 to go in the half on hour 42. Lampkin to back up, hands off to Delbridge. He runs. He ran into one of the Aggies. His back ran into Techeria, and they're going to drop him for about a yard loss.
Look, Techeria is not going to get credit for this tackle, but a great job of Techeria of taking the offensive lineman, running him into the backfield of the James Clements Jets, just nowhere for the running back to go, and he kind of gets hit, and when he gets hit, discombobulated.
Wow.
And in that moment where he can't figure out what's going on, Albertville able to rally and make the tackle.
3rd down and 5. Lampkin out of the gun. Lampkin hands off again. Left side. Delbridge gets the corner. 35. Good tackle on the corner. I think that's Parker. I tell you, Parker, to be his first game in the secondary, is playing a pretty good job, doing a pretty good job.
Not bad, not bad. Running back able to bounce it here to the outside, but you said it. Parker able to get off of a block, come up, make the tackle. Now they're able to get the ball for the first down. We'll see if Coach Johnson, taking his headsets off with about 20 seconds left to go, looks like he's willing to go in 38-0.
So we're going to take a timeout as the clock winds down. Let's take a timeout, brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. We'll come back with the Aggie Band coming up next. Halftime score, James Clements in control, 38-0 at the half. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with People's, their goal is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank.
They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me.
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
Family-owned and operated Discount Building Supply in Warrenton is a whole lot more than building supplies and hardware. Stop by and browse their 130,000 square foot home center. You'll find popular smoker grills with supplies and seasonings, family outing and tailgate supplies, Yeti coolers, outdoor and hunting apparel, landscape management supplies, boathouse products, and everything to beautify your outdoor living space. Discount Building Supply and Home Center. 3 generations of the Walker family proudly serving your family. Lake Guntersville Pool and Spas is your home for custom pool design and construction, along with service, sales, and repair. They're also your authorized dealer for Bullfrog Spas and Swim Spas. For your new construction or redesign of your existing personalized outdoor space, visit our large showroom, located at the top of the mountain in Guntersville. Call Lake Guntersville Pool and Spas at 256-582-4050.
If your parents and grandparents owned a Ford, odds are they bought theirs at Alexander Ford in Boaz. For over 50 years, Alexander Ford has been known as the Ford store in North Alabama. With some of the same faces you've grown to know and trust, we celebrate our past and are excited about our future. We still do business like we always have without hidden fees and high pressure. You can put your trust in us, just like your parents and grandparents did. Alexander Ford, your family Ford store.
High school band is under the direction of Dr. Taylor Cash, Josh Anderson, Aaron Saxon, Nathan Haskew, and Elena Garrett. The color guard instructors are Ansley Cash and Cassidy Bailey. The dance line instructor is Lindsey Beck, and the percussion instructor is Brian Crawford. Tonight, we are proud to present our 2025 show titled Fuego. We begin with Set Fire to the Rain by Adele and continue the opener with Burning by Jelly Roll. The show continues with our percussion feature, Fuego by Pitbull, followed by Ashes by Celine Dion. We will conclude tonight's performance with The Phoenix by Fall Out Boy. The Aggie Band is under the field direction of drum major Landon McCann. Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present the award-winning Albertville High School Aggie Band. Albertville High School Aggie Band.
Design your Cabco dream home from the outside in at J&J Homes of Albertville. Crafted with care and engineered to last, your custom options are endless. Both J&J and Cabco builders are proud to be locally based, family-owned, and independently operated. Home ownership made easy. Come by to get their lowest price guarantee with several finance options available, including zero-down options with land or approved credit. Cabco Builders and J&J Homes of Albertville, your dream team for your dream home.
Hey folks, Mark Brickey, Sand Mountain Toyota. There's a lot to consider when buying a truck. Towing capacity, cab space, gas mileage, resale value. When you're talking with your salesman, is he willing to sit behind the wheel of the same kind of truck he claims to stand behind? Here at Sand Mountain Toyota, we buy what we sell. Not only do we stand behind our trucks, we put our own money and trust in Toyota trucks, just like you. Come by and check out our huge selection of popular Toyota trucks. Sand Mountain Toyota, we're more than a dealership.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Gunnersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Foodland, your football tailgating headquarters.
With this win, James Clements, they're for sure in the playoffs. As far as being home, don't know. It's going to be like a big log jam at the top on who's going to be the number 2 seed. But Florence is going to be the number 1 seed. So here we go. Aggies will kick off second half. Let's make the second half a good half of football. The kick, going to bounce one line, drive to one of the up men. His knee touched down. That's a big break for us. He went down to field it, put his knee down, didn't really realize what he did, and it's going to be James Clements' ball, and they're going to start. Let's see where they're going to spot it at about the 25, 24-yard line. Looks like no running clock yet. They may wait after this drive and see what happens. If they score, you may see a running clock.
Well, and Lively, I mean, listen, Philip John, the kicker, our foreign exchange student, puts one down the middle of the field, just drives it along the ground. That's exactly what he needed to do, and he got lucky that Lively went down kind of like a baseball player on a knee, Barry, to gobble that one up, so he was down immediately at the 24-yard line.
All right, they got some number 2s in the game. The backup quarterback, he'll get the start here in the second half. You may not see a lot of the starters. He'll turn, hands off, hit the backfield. How about Zach Jenkins? He broke through, and he hit a young man. That was a Delbridge again. So it looks like the backup quarterback and the 4th-string running back starting.
And we've got some changes on the offensive line up front. So some probably of those sophomores and juniors that they talked about that, you remember how we talked about a few moments ago, they were just trying to find the chemistry of the offensive line. So getting some of those younger offensive linemen in there, but a great job by Jenkins there to undercut the tackle, meet Staybridge. Did you say Staybridge? Drawbridge?
Delbridge. Yeah.
Delbridge.
Head up to Delbridge in the backfield again. Peyton Jones. I'm wondering, is the starting offensive line not in there right now, John?
No.
Because we're manhandling that offensive line.
Yeah, no, this is and the bad thing is, Keith, when you look out there at what would you consider their 2nd-string offensive line, there's a lot of big bodies out there. But once again, the Albertville defensive front just bringing the tenacity right now toward I guess you would call it the 2s on the offensive line.
How about Peyton Jones? He broke through and they hit him in the backfield. Another loss. Now it's going to be 3rd down. They're all the way back to the 15-yard line. It's 3rd down and 19 for the Jets with a 38-0 lead here early 3rd quarter, just underway in the second half. Play clock down to 4. They're going to have to call a timeout. A little confusion on the Jets side. Well, that second timeout brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. 10:33 to go in the third, 38-0 James Clements. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Guys, you do.
Timeout. They've got their backups in, and a little confusion on getting the play in and getting it off in time. So now it's 3rd down and 19 coming out of the timeout. Lampkin, the backup quarterback, he's got Delbridge, the 4th-string running back, beside him. But Delbridge, he's a good one. 3rd down and long for James Clements. Back to pass, pressure's coming, gets away from one man, rolls right side. He's going to try to run. They're going to bring him down at about the 22-yard line, or about the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th down and long.
Yeah, it's a great job there. It looked like it might have been, was it number 4 Jenkins, Keith, that came off the corner that should have probably had a sack in the backfield, but just the elusiveness of the quarterback to get away and then get upfield and make something positive.
You talking about Zach Leroy Jenkins? Leroy Jenkins.
James Clements had to wake up the punter. Get out there. Haven't used him all game. He's ready. First punt of the game for James Clements. 9:55 to go in the third. Aggies will get the ball back their first stop on defense. Good kick towards the side. It's going to bounce back towards the middle to the 40, to the 39. It hit one of the Aggies, and they recovered. It hit one of the Aggies, and they're blocking, and it's going to be James Clements football.
I mean, when it rains, it pours, guys. It is rolling down the hash mark. Aggies are blocking. The ball bounces up, hits the back of the leg of an Albertville Aggie, and when he gets hit by the ball, everybody's cleared out. He's just blocking, and the only Aggie in the general vicinity, the ball hits him in the back of the leg and then falls down at the 41-39 yard, 40-39. They're going to mark it at the third. Oh, hold on, they're continuing to move it. They're going to spot the ball. Either way, James Clemens able to recover the fumble off of just a fluke, to be honest with you.
They're talking over something. I don't know what they're just talking about. I mean, it bounced into one of the Aggie players' leg.
They might say, no, it looks like they're going to give them the ball.
Yeah.
You know, when we teach kids that the return man, when he starts hollering Peter or whatever their call is, you get away from it like it's a grenade. You don't run over there and get close to it.
So they get the ball after the turnover on hour 38. Lampkin, the quarterback, hands off to Delbridge up the middle. Keegan Thompson will grab a hold. Got a lot of help there. Peyton Jones and I think Jesse Gonzalez is going to be a gain of a couple, 2nd down and 8.
Wow, and a defensive unit that was under the tent over there, Keith, looking at a little bit of film, just talking with their coaches, immediately has to come back on the field. And you know as well as I do, Keith, I mean, as a player and as a coach, I mean, mentally sometimes that can do like, well, guys, we did our job. We pinned them deep. We did everything we were supposed to do. And now they go out there and put you under a short field just on a fluke play.
2nd down and 8. 9:03 to go in the third. James Clements ball again. Hands off to Delbridge up the middle. Peyton Jones hits him first. 34, 33. We've called Peyton Jones' name out a lot tonight. He's had a good game.
Peyton Jones has had a phenomenal season, and he's been banged up a little bit. He's had an injury and injuries where they've told him, you know, hey, you need to take a week or two off. And he said, guys, this is my senior year. I am not taking a week or two off. We'll fix it at the end of the season. And that's the kind of player that Peyton Jones is, as he's gutted it out from that linebacker position all year long. And tonight in his final 7A region game, Barry, he's absolutely showing out on defense.
3rd down and 5. Lampkin back in the gun. Delbridge beside him. 8:19 to go third quarter. Lampkin hands off to Delbridge, tries the middle, fighting to the 30. It's going to be close. I think he's going to be short by about a yard around the 30-yard line. 4th down and 1 coming up for the Jets.
They're really lucky right there. I don't know if you noticed it, but there was some confusion in the call. The defensive line couldn't get lined up correctly. The linebackers couldn't get lined up correctly. Literally just a moment before the snap, they were able to figure out exactly where they needed to be and were able to stop Delbridge short of the first down.
Number 60, Braden Bannister checks in for the Aggies. 4th down and a yard from the 30-yard line. Lampkin, we jump. Oh, wow. Yeah, here comes another one. So automatic first down, give them the 5 yards. First down, James Clemens.
Yeah, don't think that James Clemens hasn't seen that on game film. Like, hey, Albertville is very aggressive. They're going to come upfield, and they're on a 4th and short. Tell everybody to stay still. Quarterback claps his hands, and when he does, Albertville jumps into the neutral zone, free 5 yards and a first down.
All right, 7:27 to go in the quarter. Now they move the ball to our 25-yard line. Lampkin hands off Delbridge. Delbridge, we weren't even set on defense yet, making some substitutions. He take it to the 20-yard line, a gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
Keithan, nothing fancy. Came out of the locker room running the same offensive plays that they ran with their ones, and now they're doing it with their 2s and 3s in there, still getting chunk yardage.
Evan House is checked in. Let's see if there's any new Aggies in, just a couple of them. It's going to be 2nd and 5 right in front of the Aggie band. 6:54 to go in the third. James Clements driving again after the turnover. Hands up to Delbridge right up the middle. Breaks free to the 15. Right at the 15-yard line. That should be maybe about a yard shy of the first down.
That time he kind of got hit. And the funny thing, Barry, is the offensive line for James Clemens, it's kind of their starting 5, is a little bit smaller. And this time Delbridge able to get behind some bigger bodies on that number 2 line. Our linebackers had trouble figuring out where he was, but Peyton Jones able to come in and make the tackle shy of the first down.
At 3rd down and a yard, Lampkin, the snap, hands up to Delbridge right side over the first down line to the 14 to the 13. First down, James Clemens.
And Barry, who's coming off the tackle there?
The Peyton Jones again.
Peyton Jones doing a great job coming down the line of scrimmage, able to track, able to find the person, and then come across and make the tackle. Just another good play. I'm telling you, he's playing his guts out right now. But, I mean, the entire defense, I think, is playing their guts out. They've just been put in bad situations, to be honest with you.
Hunter Alford is check in for the Aggies. Trying to see who the big guy in the middle there is. Is that Kevin Bravo? I believe Kevin is checked in. So here we go. First down and 10, down to our 13-yard line. Hands off to Delbridge again. Nothing fancy. 10. Wow, he hit somebody right in the back. He ran into house. He ran into the house. It's going to be short of the first down.
Guys, Peyton Jones with another tackle. John, has number 74, Tristan Kennedy, been playing any tonight until this drive?
I don't think so at the varsity level. Now, it seems like I've heard his name called on the JV level.
He's not. Now I'm talking about for them, 74.
Oh.
He's not listed with an age.
He's a big boy.
He is a big one.
He sure is. 2nd and 4. Again, Delbridge, same play. 4 to the 4-yard line. They're going to drive him back. Jude Fan, one of the first Aggies on the tackle. It's going to be short of the first down. 3rd down and 1.
I was trying to see. Now, I was thinking of somebody else, Keith, on our side, not their side, that I thought he had checked into the game. But, I mean, right now, Barry, once again, 3rd down and short. I would – I mean, if you're the quarterback, why not clap your hands and get half the distance to the goal and start again? And, but right now, this number 2 and 3 group on the offensive line, I think they're good at being able to push us around and get 3, 4, 5 yards every play.
3rd down in the yard from the 4-yard line. Hands off to Delbridge, 3 to the 2. Making the tackle there was Keegan Thompson. It's going to be first down, 1st and goal from the 1-yard line with 4:19 left in the third.
Keith, you're right down there, literally at the 1-yard line. Nothing fancy about that. Underneath handoff, just get behind those big bodies, rugby scrumming forward.
Yeah, they're coming right at us. Their center, I guess this is their backup center. I think his last name's York. He's pretty good. He can move really well, and he's getting some movement up front on our guys.
1st and goal from the 1, 3:55 remaining third quarter. 38-0. James Clemens coming off of the Aggie turnover moments ago. Driving, trying to punch it in to give to Delbridge. He's hit in the backfield, fights forward. Did he get in, or would he? I think we stacked him up at the goal line.
Yeah, we stacked him up, guys. We had a good stop right there.
Aggie got an Aggie player pointing that we got the football, but I don't think they're going to mark everything down. Ball may have came out, Keith. You had actually better side on the other side of the ball. Did his booty come down before the ball popped out?
Yeah, he was down. He was down before that ball came out. But, hey, credit the Aggies right there, rallied to the football and absolutely stuffed him on the goal line.
Maddox Beckon on the D-line. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. A couple of new faces. Trying to see who's on the defensive end side here with a knee down for Aggies. Can't see what number they may be Froelich. 2nd and goal. Hands off again. Delbridge right up the middle. We stick him again at the goal line. The middle of the Aggie defensive line playing some good football.
Barry, you talk about Coach Johnson has now ran it twice. Same exact play, same running back coming right up the middle behind that big offensive line, and twice the Aggies have held true and not let them punch that ball into the end zone from the half-yard line. It looks like Coach Juan Johnson is going to say, you know, if you stop us here, then you just stop us. But it's third down. I thought we were going to fourth down. I thought that was third down. But anyway, one more shot.
Play. They'll try it again. Lampkin again. Hands off to, there he is, Delbridge again. This time he'll find a hole on the right side. Touchdown, James Clements. Looks like we do have a running clock with 2:20 the clock running. It's 44-0.
And Keith, that was a little bit different wrinkle in that play. That time they brought the backside guard, kind of a belly play, kicked the defensive end out, and the reason why Delbridge able to go in from the 1 yard line.
Yeah, Christian Ramirez was kind of taking care of the middle right there, and Froelich on the last two plays. So they said, well, we're not going to run right at those guys. We're going to kick that end guy out and create a really good hole on this side. He wouldn't touch losing the end zone.
So they stop the clock now, 2:18 to go in the third. Now for the point after, trying to make it 45-0. The kick is up, and it is good. Let's take a timeout. Brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. 45-0 James Clements. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Since 1943, the Municipal Utilities Board has been meeting utility needs of the citizens of Albertville and surrounding areas. From keeping your home comfortable to providing necessary expansions and supporting industrial and commercial growth, MUB provides the utilities you rely on in your everyday life. Electricity, water, wastewater, all at a reasonable cost. MUB is committed to providing reliable service today and resources tomorrow. MUB is proud to be a supporter of this community channel broadcast.
You'll like banking at People's Independent Bank and PIB Mortgage. Here, you'll receive a high level of personal service, a full array of accounts and services, a variety of mortgage loans, local loan decisions, and you will see active corporate citizenship throughout our footprint. Step up to true community banking at People's Independent Bank. www.pibonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 466340.
Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger.
Long drive after the Aggie turnover. Here's your Gilbert and Ball Ford and Albertville scoring update.
Yeah, after a fluky play where the defense had stopped James Clements and a punt just bounces up and hits the defender of Albertville. James Clements starts at the Albertville 39-yard line. 10 plays, 39 yards with Delbridge going in from 1 yard out. Extra point up and good. James Clements solidly in control of this game, 45-0 over the Aggies.
And you're listening to Aggie Football presented by Howard Bentley Buick GMC. Here's the kick. Cooper Scott grabs it, 15-yard line. Looks for a hole in the middle. Nope, not going to happen. 20-yard line. We're going to stand him up there. Let's see if the Aggies keep the ones out there. And I'm seeing some new faces coming out for James Clements. This is a chance just to get a drive going, get some confidence, even though you're playing against the twos, and hopefully get some points, because we haven't scored, and it seems like forever, Chris.
No, we have not.
Speaking of scores, Geraldine scored again?
17-6 Geraldine, yeah.
Wow,
Fourth
Geraldine
quarter.
in 5, fourth quarter. This is a chance to get some confidence. I know you're playing backups. I get that. But still, you just need a drive, some first downs, and get something positive going. It's been a couple of games since we've had that. CJ, back to pass.
Oh, no.
Intercepted at the 18-yard line. If that's one of the backups, he may be starting next week. He timed it perfectly, picked off the pass, and returns it to the 17-yard line. First down, James Clements.
Yeah, you talked about going to that quick pass, and I think James Clements realized what was going on, and they ended up creeping up defensive back. He's a junior, Miles Yarborough, timed it absolutely perfect. Slot receiver, quick slant. He's playing safety, just undercuts the route, makes an interception in a one-play offensive turnaround on the pick, and James Clements once again going to start inside the Albertville 20-yard line. line.
Guys, with that Yarborough kid, he's a backup?
He sure is.
Yep.
Buddy, hey, the junior defensive back that's about 6'1", something like that, that's a pretty good backup.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, that play worked in the second quarter. I think
yeah.
that James Clements knew, okay, they're probably going to go back to it again.
Yeah.
Lampkin hands off Delbridge again to the 15-yard line, 14-yard line. He's the workhorse here in the second half. It's going to be a gain of about 4 yards, 2nd and 6, with under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Guys, when I'm looking at the running back core and you look at Delbridge he's listed as the number 3. So if you're Juan Johnson and you know you've kind of got this game wrapped up and you got 2 really stud running backs, you've got to be relishing the opportunity of getting your 3s this kind of carry against the starting defense of Albertville and letting him have an opportunity to, for lack of a better term, Barry, to kind of earn his stripes here.
2nd and 7. Lampkin out of the gun, hands off to Delbridge again, straight up the middle. Stacked up by the Aggie defense. Good job. There's Peyton Jones again on the tackle. So with 1:13 to go in the third, is looking at 3rd down and 4.
The underneath handoff this time is just the same exact play that they've been running. Peyton Jones, once again, I cannot say enough about this young man. Following his line, following his hole, talking about running his lane, and I mean absolutely meeting Delbridge helmet to helmet, smashed it. No more yardage going forward. Peyton able to make a great tackle, make this 3rd and long.
3rd down at about 4 from our 13-yard line. Lampkin, man in motion left side. Lampkin's going to drop, quick pass, throws left side, breaks 1 tackle to the 11, to the 10, to the 5, shoved out of bounds finally by Jude Fan. Before he gets into the end zone, they're going to mark him out of bounds at the 4. 1st and goal, Jets with 35 seconds to go in the third.
Jink, when the quarterback raises up and throws the ball out here to a wide receiver who's got an Aggie in his face, and he's able to get out of that arm tackle. And then he got some good blocks, but then he came inside the 10, coming to the near boundary, ran through 2 more arm tackles. The Aggies have got to come up, get their helmet across, and make a tackle.
Yeah, Evan House had him right there. Just didn't lock up.
35 seconds. Hands off to Delbridge again. Tripped up, stumbling down to the 1-yard line. He's close to getting in. Right at the goal line. That may be the last play of the quarter. 24 seconds. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's the left side of this offensive line, able to push the Aggies back. Delbridge, I thought for a moment, Barry, he had turned and was actually running backwards, got on top of one of his offensive linemen that was tangled up with a defensive lineman. I thought he was going to surf into the end zone, but he slid off the side of that pile inside the 1-yard line, or at least his booty hit inside the 1-yard line. When we come back for the 4th quarter, they're knocking at the door.
Let's take a timeout. Brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. After 3, 45-0 James Clements. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Design your Cabco dream home from the outside in at J&J Homes of Albertville. Crafted with care and engineered to last, your custom options are endless. Both J&J and Cabco builders are proud to be locally based, family-owned, and independently operated. Home ownership made easy. Come by to get their lowest price guarantee with several finance options available, including 0-down options with land or approved credit. Cabco Builders and J&J Homes of Albertville, your dream team for your dream home.
You never know what somebody's going through when they come in the bank. Calling them by name is so very important. Just make a difference in somebody's life today.
Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more. From large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company. Marshall County Gas is a proud supporter of this community channel broadcast. Remember, gas does it better naturally.
Drink.
Welcome back. We're back with Aggie football presented by Power 107.5 and Howard Bentley Buick GMC. How about Delbridge, the workhorse, in the second half?
Guys, Delbridge, 28 carries tonight. I mean, that's not a lie. 28 carries, 80 yards for him. He's getting about 4 yards, 5 yards a carry.
Which is about right. He's getting behind that offensive line in there because it's taking him about 3 downs every time to get a first down, and they're knocking out 4 or 5 yards.
And he's getting a rest. The next running back up steps in. Here we go from the goal line. Second to go. They hand it off to him. He's going to be grabbed by – did he get in? Let's see.
No.
Good job by Colin Parker. Grabbed him. That's another running back trying to see what number he is. It's going to be third and go from the 1 yard line.
Is that 37? Is that
a 37? Your quarterback?
Yeah.
Is it 22 or is that?
That's the only bummer about the powder blue uniforms, Barry.
Yeah, Elijah Sampson who checks out.
Look, another running back coming in. This will be number 5.
I can't see the running back who's on the 5 yard line. What is his?
His number's
can't tell.
It's over toward Keyside.
88.
Okay. I think he's the one, the last carry.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's Corey. Corey up the middle. Oh, wow. Good tackle. And they're going to bring him down.
Oh, he's going to get a personal foul probably.
Yeah. Suplex City.
No, they're not going to. Colin Parker working out some frustration.
I think that's number 83, guys.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Parker grabbed him, lifted him up, and slammed him. That's usually a penalty, but I said, oh, come on.
Guys,
yeah.
I mean,
come on, guys.
Whatever you want to say, let's be honest.
Exactly.
Guys, that this year was supposed to be a penalty.
Yes,
if you pick a player up and you slam them down, that is supposed to be a 15-yard personal foul. There are numerous James Clements fans standing up. I know I'm a homer for Albertville, but you got a really good point right there.
Yep.
I think we're going to try a field goal. Yeah, they are. So it's fourth down and goal from the 1 yard line. They're going to try the field goal with 10:21 to go in the game. Clock running 45-0.
I think this is a different kicker.
It may be. The snap, bad snap. The kick got some good hang time. And did he get through? No.
That's no good.
They called a fair catch in the end zone. No good.
Wow.
So we'll keep it.
Did you hear me blowing it? I was trying to get it over the bar.
So it didn't quite make it. I think the guy with no shirt caught it.
I'm sorry, guys. I had to do something to make it funny. I was like, that was a horrible hole and a horrible kick.
Wow.
I mean,
Barry acted like it was a punt.
I feel like one. The guy, I think the J in the end zone caught it. The guy with no shirt. So Aggie Charlie might have got it.
You might have.
Aggie football 20-yard line. You know, last play, interception, last time we had the ball. We got to get something going on this drive. We need some points. So Aggies will take over with 10:09 to go in the game. Hands off right up the middle to the 23-yard line. Not much there. We're playing against their twos right now. Who was on the carry?
Parker.
So Colin Parker, gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
Underneath handoff there, kind of getting in behind Christian Ramirez and Maddox back, getting north and south. Good first down yardage, Barry, gain of about 4. And do you realize this, Barry? That was only the 3rd Aggie play coming out of the halftime locker room.
Wow. 2nd down and 7 from the 23-yard line. CJ hands off to Kirkland. He tries to bounce right side. They're going to stand him up. No gain at all. It's going to be 3rd down and 6.
Keith Jakari's got speed, but James Clemens has got equal, if not better, speed. You just can't bounce it against these guys.
Yeah, if it's a designed inside run, you're in trouble if you try to bounce that outside. Even against the twos, they've got a lot of speed. You just got to hit the hole that's there. Even you might pick up, and I think he'd have got 4 or 5 yards right there, but you bounce it outside against this kind of speed, and you're not going to go anywhere.
3rd down, 6.
We haven't changed any offensive linemen or anything yet?
It's our ones against their twos, and they stopping us 3rd down and 6. I throw it to Talik deep. He's got like a number 3 defensive back guarding him. CJ rolls right side, looks back, throws left side, Sweat drops it. 21-yard line, heard the footsteps on the turf. Looks upfield, and next thing you know, he's dropped it. Incomplete, 4th down.
Wide receiver coming back on that screen pass that we like to throw. It was played well by James Clemens, but I think, Barry, if he catches it, there's a chance he's going to be able to hit that screen and that blocking and be able to get the 1st down. But I agree with you. I think he heard the footsteps coming. He turned his head, and when he did, just bounced off of his hands, incomplete. The Aggies go 3 and punt.
So even against the twos, couldn't get anything going on that drive. Wow. Going to punt it away. CJ high snap, pulls it down. Thought about a fake punt. The kick. It's going to bounce at the 45. It's going to roll. Picked up. Here he goes. 45-40 to the 30. CJ the last man, and he's not going to get him. Touchdown, James Clements.
Got a flag back here at the 45-yard line. James Clements is celebrating a touchdown, but it's all going to come back. Look like we're going to have maybe a block in the back. James Clements hitting one of the Albertville players in the back at the 45-yard line. It was a late flag that came in as literally James Clements was probably coming across the Albertville 30-yard line going into the end zone when that flag was thrown.
Yep.
Well, guys, did you see Colin Parker over here?
Sure did.
35.
Yeah.
They had two of them wrestling, and they were holding him down.
Oh, yeah.
That was
That might have been a little payback from the Souflex.
I think you're right.
Earlier.
I think you are right.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Yeah. So 8:37 to go in the game. I guess we're not using the running clock. I think they're talking, did the penalty happen before we crossed the goal line? Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're calling it a hold, but it actually is more of a block in the back more than a hold.
Oh, that thumper on the screen.
I was going to say, man, they've been creative with their screen.
Did you hear that?
No.
So the rabbit is this Snow White rabbit, and the referee comes over here, and the guy from James Clements who operates it, he's a great guy. I talked to him before the game, hits the button, and it's the little bunny says, if you can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all.
That was getting thumper involved in the game tonight.
That was great.
So the penalty takes it all the way back to midfield at the 45-yard line. 8:37 left, 45-0.
Going to move it back to the 35-yard line, Barry.
Still going.
Yeah.
Wow.
They said that the penalty must have occurred at the 45.
Okay. Still going to the 34 now. So James Clements will take over. Got another new running back in the game now. Number 47 checks in. So Elijah Moten checks in, his first appearance. It's senior night here. Everybody getting the chance to play.
Yeah, we don't have enough play. That's what happens when you get the young guys out there. Nobody knows exactly where to go.
All right, Lampkin, the quarterback, first down, hands off to Moten. Moten's going to be wrapped up, going down at the line of scrimmage. Let's see, there are about three Aggies on. First Aggie there was Hunter Alford.
Looked like Hunter Alford, and then big number 79 for the Aggies, Barry. I think that's Kevin Bravo.
Yep, Bravo was there. Froelich was there.
Oh, Rio Bravo handling down in the middle there.
Loss of a yard, second down and 11. Aggies wrap up at home next Friday night against Guntersville, Halloween night. It'll be senior night for the Aggies. John's going as a Pirate. Hands off up the middle. Oh, but what a run, 41-yard line. Good tackle downfield. Who was that? House? Evan House. Good tackle, open field tackle. That's the way he tackled.
Yeah, guys, if Evan House Jink doesn't make that tackle, I really think that the James Clements running back is going to hit the sidelines, and I think he's going to be gone because the offensive line did a great job of knocking a gaping hole lead blocker, should I say, hit the linebacker. It was a good play.
Third down and 2, hands off again, up the middle. 45, breaks free, midfield to the 43. Making the tackle downfield was McKinney. I saw some new faces out there for the Aggies. Trying to see a couple of linebackers that just checked in. Also, Jacini Demastine had checked in.
I'll tell you what, guys, if I was a running back, I'd want to run behind 74 too, wouldn't you?
I would too.
Well, and guys, think about this. They've just gone from their 34-yard line there at the Aggie 41-yard line with their fourth string running back behind their number 2 and number 3 offensive line. They're just getting big chunks of yardage right now.
Number 49, Jesus Godinez checked in. Don't have a 50 on my roster. There's a 50 out there. First down up the middle. That time the big Aggie defensive line. They'll stack him up at the 40. Good job that time by Kevin Bravo.
Yeah, we don't have a number 50 on the right. Maybe a JV kid that came up.
You talking about for them or us?
For
guys?
us, yeah. He's out there helping out and playing. He's playing some linebacker.
I've got Mason Richardson on mine. He's a 9th grader.
Oh, that's right. They updated that roster. I gave him one update. That's right.
Yeah.
It was 6:21 to go in the game. 45-0 on the 40-yard line. 46-yard line. Second down and 10 for James Clements. Well, the wind whipping it up here in the second half. Hands off up the middle. The young man can run to the 35-yard line, and he's like the number 4 or 5 running back on the team, making the tackle. Techeria brings him down. It's going to be a gain of about 5.
Gene, Keith, you notice that when they hand off to him, he's a much different style. He kind of slow plays it he looks more like a Larry Zonka type, kind of slow plays toward the line, and then when he sees a little bit of a crease, I mean, he just explodes through it, and if you want to come up and make a tackle, you're making a business decision with that young man.
3rd down and 5, the ball on the 35-yard line, 5:35 to go in the game.
You know, John, he runs low to the ground, too. You notice that?
He does. Yeah. Good pad level.
35-yard line, 3rd down. Lampkin out of the gun. Hands off to Moten again. Moten bounces right side. Oh, my goodness, what a tackle. And he's going to be okay. Jacini's at Demostine, number 20. He was run over by Moten. He'll be taking some Motrin for that one later. That was a hit, wasn't it?
Sure was.
You know, Barry, when I told you, when you come up to make a tackle on this young man, it is a business decision. Right there. What'd you say, Demostine or whatever? I mean,
wow.
He won't care what his last name is. What a lick from the James Clements running back.
Bruises Demostine on that one. It's 4th down and 1 from the 32. That was a hit on both ends. Hands off again to Moten. Moten, wow, up the middle. There's another big hit with one of the Aggies. And again, how about Hunter Alford? Good job. That's the first down, but he really popped him on that carry.
That, you know, I'm just sitting there thinking, you're getting some shots, you know, to be able to come out and get in a varsity game on a Friday night under the lights, and you look, hey, guys, this is their number 4 running back. And their number 4 running back's out here, and, I mean, he's playing like it's the 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. But, I mean, listen, gut it out. He's getting his chance to play, and he is absolutely making the most of it for these coaches.
Zach Jenkins back in the game. Also, Hardaway checks in for the Aggies over here in front of us. 1st down and 10. James Clements hands off to Moten again, right up the middle of the Aggie defense. They'll stack him up. Oh, good tackle there. That was Jesus Godinez on the tackle. Going to be a short gain of 2.
Jesus says, I'm going to get him before he gets me. I'm just going to jump up in the air and get him on the ground. Wow.
So it's 2nd down and 8, 45-0 James Clements. It's been how many games now since we scored? Grissom?
Yep.
Yes, we haven't scored since we won the Grissom game. If we don't put any points on the board here, it'll be literally, we played Grissom going into the fall break, so we've not scored a point after the fall break.
They can easily run this clock out. 3:17 left, 2nd down and 8 on their 26-yard line. Lampkin hands off to Moten again. Techeria grabs him, swings him around. He hung on for dear life and a gain of about a yard.
Yeah, you said the exact word. Running back's running at you, and you're doing your best trying to survive, Barry. And Techeria comes up able to wrap him around the shoulders and get him down on the ground. That was once again, Keith, am I using the right verbiage on that it's just kind of a business decision to go up and make a tackle on that young man?
Yeah, he's absolutely not afraid of contact. He looks like he practices like those Cam Scattaboo commercials where he's running over walls and trees and stuff.
3rd down and 7, 2:34 to go in the game. Lampkin to Moten again. He'll try the right side. Tries to get around the corner. Gets away from one man. Hey, nice tackle. Knocking him out of bounds. Good job of Hardaway. There's another flag, another Marshall County Sheriff penalty flag. So what's the latest on Geraldine?
Guys, we got a final score. Geraldine wins against 5, 17-6.
That's a quick game. I'm taking out a lot of runs. Sabbath Geraldine, so they win the region and will play the number 4 seed in the round 1 of the playoffs. That's
we'll
impressive.
Be covering that, right?
Holding 5 to 6 points, that's impressive. We're covering it. Absolutely, we'll be covering a Geraldine playoff action.
You know, anybody and everybody that knows anything about Geraldine football talks about Geraldine's offense, but I truly believe this year the defense has been getting overlooked a little bit because when you look up and down their schedule, that Geraldine defense has done a great job of shutting people down.
You hold them to 6 points, that's impressive.
Who's their only loss was to Boaz, right?
Yes,
which is a 5A, right?
It is.
Yeah, so I mean, still, what a great season. Well, they still got one more game next week.
And we'll be at that game, too, coming up on Thursday, Geraldine and Douglas.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with peoples, their goal
is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank.
They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me.
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
Family-owned and operated Discount Building Supply in Warrenton is a whole lot more than building supplies and hardware. Stop by and browse their 130,000 square foot home center. You'll find popular smoker grills with supplies and seasonings, family outing and tailgate supplies, Yeti coolers, outdoor and hunting apparel, landscape management supplies, boathouse products, and everything to beautify your outdoor living space. Discount Building Supply and Home Center. 3 generations of the Walker family proudly serving your family. Lake Guntersville Pool and Spas is your home for custom pool design and construction, along with service, sales, and repair. They're also your authorized dealer for Bullfrog Spas and Swim Spas. For your new construction or redesign of your existing personalized outdoor space, visit our large showroom, located at the top of the mountain in Guntersville. Call Lake Guntersville Pool and Spas at 256-582-4050.
If your parents and grandparents owned a Ford, odds are they bought theirs at Alexander Ford in Boaz. For over 50 years, Alexander Ford has been known as the Ford store in North Alabama. With some of the same faces you've grown to know and trust, we celebrate our past and are excited about our future. We still do business like we always have without hidden fees and high pressure. You can put your trust in us, just like your parents and grandparents did. Alexander Ford, your family Ford store.
I'm guessing senior night for the Bulldogs. Yep, a little penalty here. So it's a 3rd down and long for James Clements just joining us. It's been all James Clements from the very start. They're up 45-0 with under 2 minutes to go in the game.
And Barry, you're not making a funny when you say that from the start, because what was their first drive? One play, 42 yards, MJ getting into the end zone, and it's been James Clements ever since.
It was the kind of the way the game's gone. He should have been tackled for no gain, but he broke it free. Hands off to Moten again. That young man, he's a hard runner. He's finally brought down with 3 Aggies. You've got House, you've got Godinez, just 2 of them, and it's going to be 4th down.
I think the punter came over here like he was going to get an opportunity to maybe get his 2nd punt for the night, but I think Coach Johnson's like, look, we're going to run the ball one more time because I'm just wondering if the defensive coordinator is wanting to preserve the goose egg on the board, Barry. So run it one more time offensively. If we don't get I like what our defense can do.
Yeah, 1:12 left. Time for a 4th down call. Hands off to Moten again, right up the middle. I'd take Godinez. That's another tackle. He don't mind hitting you.
And one thing Coach Weingarten said this week at practice, I want to find out who's going to play.
10th grader.
Who's going to rise up to our standard, and right there.
He's a 10th grader. He's impressive.
What was the number? What's 49's name?
Godinez, Jesus Godinez, 10th grader. I'd keep him in the weight room.
Yeah.
He's a good-looking young man.
Well, and once again, no fear, gutsy play.
No.
Comes up, fills the hole, makes the tackle against a really good running back. He might have got a check mark or 2 by his name in the film room coming up, Barry.
I don't know. There's a number of 50-something playing defensive back. I'm no coach. I say whoever he's guarding, throw it deep to them. He's probably not used to being out there. Just go deep. You've got 55 seconds left in the game. Aggies take over. Parker Gibson comes in. Trying to see who the receivers are. Here's number 86 come over here in front of us. That's a Fisher Sweat. I'd just throw it deep to Fisher Sweat.
Yeah.
Say, here, go. Let's get some points. I don't care if it's against the 3s or the 4s. Let's score before the game.
Trying to see who our new offensive linemen are.
Got a bunch of new players out there. New running back, too. Hands off up the middle. I think they moved Eli Smart to running back. Smart with a gain of a yard.
Barry, looks like we got number 67, Andrew Johnson.
Yeah.
In on the offensive line, number 74.
I don't have a 74. Sanchez, number 53, Gershon Sanchez is in.
Guys, number 61, Big Miller Deason, 9th graders out there.
There you go.
Right. We're going to time for one more snap. I just throw it deep. Throw it deep. Come on. 2nd and 9 from the 35-yard line. Possibly last play of the game.
Hey, and Fisher Sweat's a guy who can go make a play, too.
Throw it to him. Parker, nope's going to hand off. There goes Smart. Good run, 43-yard line, close to an Aggie first, and that should end the game, and that will end the game. Letting the clock wind down.
Guys, I want to give credit where credit due. I know we have number 2, number 25. The one that just ran the football is Hayden Darnell.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Young guy.
Yeah, okay.
So a 225. Gotcha. So final score, it is over 45-0 as James Clements wins this one. Stats shouldn't take long. Not much there.
I don't think we had any.
Chris is going to.
Well, I mean, Barry, let's see.
We only had, 3 possessions, 2 possessions?
Barry, we had 1, 2, 3, 4. We had 5.
Yeah.
We had a total of 5 plays coming out of the halftime locker room.
Yeah.
Well, Keith, we'll leave it up to you if you want to try to grab the coach. He may be going straight to the locker room. Don't know. I mean, it's tough. You knew going in you're playing a very good James Clements team. You made a lot of changes around in practice this week, trying to find players, put them in different positions. And, you just ran into a good running back, a good James Clements team. They're 5-4. You lose it 45-0.
Plural, Barry, running backs.
Running backs. Every one of them runs the ball hard, and they got a big offensive line. And we had no offense.
Here's the thing. Is any of those running backs a senior?
No.
So MJ Gideon's a junior, and the other running back's a junior, and then you had a sophomore, and then two juniors and 2 sophomores are their starting 4 running backs.
Yeah, and so they've got, and you found one in the Moton kid. He's the Thunder. The other 3's Lightning. They've got a strong and a young offensive line too, guys. So they're going to be a team to deal with for the next couple of years. Like I said, we talked about it at halftime. We ran into a buzzsaw. Nothing worked. It's just one of those things that you got to learn from, and you got to go in next week knowing, hey, this is our rival. This is our big one in my opinion. It's not Boaz, it's Guntersville. It's the longest rivalry in the state. And you need to go in there and do your best to send these seniors out on a positive note and get a win.
So we've got a busy week next week. Again, as far as stats, there's nothing there. There's nothing positive to even talk about. Nope. James Clements just pretty much did anything they wanted to do with us, because not knocking our defense at all, but we gave them the ball in great field position the entire game. So we put our defense in a bad position the entire game.
34 total plays ran in the second half, Barry. James Clemens, 29 plays to Albertville's 5 plays. So when you look at that, it's hard to get any kind of offensive momentum or any kind of momentum at all when you're only able to run 5 offensive plays, and then you're putting your defense out there for the 29 plays and with a team that's happy to get behind that offensive line and just pound you for 3 or 4 yards at a time and never give you the ball back. You said it. They just ran into a buzzsaw literally from the first play of scrimmage. And Barry, to be honest with you, when they scored that very first touchdown, and then we had to come back, and when you think about it, they scored on 1 play. Albertville had a fumble on the very next play. 3 plays later, James Clemens scored a touchdown, and that kind of opened up the floodgates early in this game, and Albertville just offensively and defensively just could not rebound.
Well, Keith, you going to bring it onto the house?
Yeah, guys, I think I'm going to come up there and hang with y'all. I think we're going to let
Keith's coming. Coach's coming right at you, Keith. If you want to get him or not get him.
I don't think he's in the mood, guys. I'm just going to be honest with you.
If he makes a sharp turn, let us know. But if not, just some reminders coming up Tuesday. We're going to be on the air with Albertville flag football. The girls come out and support the girls. Big game against Hewitt-Trussville. Big game determining the playoffs. That's coming up on Tuesday. Next Thursday, we're all together in Geraldine. Looking forward to that. Geraldine coming off a big one over 5. They'll wrap up the season against Douglas. We'll have that game on Thursday. Then Friday, we'll wrap up our regular season as the Aggies are home against Guntersville.
Man, listen, what a lot of football. I can't wait. I mean, Albertville and Hewitt-Trussville girls football playoff implications on the line. Geraldine getting to watch them. Their big win over 5 tonight. They're fixing to be the region champions and host a game in, 2 weeks?
Yeah.
And so being able to see them, I want to be able to see them. I'm assuming that we'll probably, as we have in the past, cover them in the playoffs. So it'll be really nice to see them against Douglas there in Week 10.
And we could find out tonight with Jeff and Phil on who they will be playing in round 1.
Yeah, absolutely. No, and so I would love to kind of get a little preview by watching them play Douglas next Thursday night. And then, as Keith alluded to it, the state's longest continuous running high school rivalry between Albertville and Guntersville. If you can't get up for that game, I don't know what's going on. But Barry, Jink, Keith, I think you would say this, and Keith, you and Jink are alumni of Albertville. I mean, offensively, we've got to do something, because you realize that since fall break to now, Albertville has yet to score a point, and here comes a Guntersville Wildcat team that can put points up on the board, and they would love to do nothing more than that before they go into the playoffs.
Yep. Well, that's going to do it for us. We're going to head on out to the scoreboard. Jeff and Phil in the game, bringing you all the scores. And final score again, James Clements wins 45-0. So for Keith Ball, Chris Jenkins, John Gladden, and Barry Galloway, and have a good weekend, everybody.
Horizon Communications' archives of local high school sports and school programs now spans decades and generations, covering multiple sports and programs. DVDs of these memorable events make the perfect gift for any occasion, and the cost is simple and affordable. The first game or program DVD is $20, the second game or program is $15, and then any others are only $10 each, all on their own individual DVD. Pre-1990 games converted from coaches' films are as low as $5 per game. We have hundreds of games from the late 50s on up. Give us a call at 256-582-7373, message us on Facebook, or email mharden@horizoncommunications.net to check the availability of your desired event. Let Horizon Communications help you with the gift of video to be treasured for a lifetime. Since 1992, Horizon Communications has brought you community channel programming. As we're preparing for another season of high school sports, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our many loyal community-minded sponsors who've supported Horizon's local origination programming through the years. We encourage our local viewers to patronize our local sponsors and let them know how much you enjoy Horizon's community channel broadcast. For information on joining our team of community channel broadcast sponsors, give Mike Harden a call at 256-582-7373.
Yes, sir. Big Albertville tonight. Big Rob. What is it they call y'all, river rats up here? Is that what they say? Come on, we're going to call me and make some noise tonight. Let's hear it. We want, as always, want you to give it up for the big Wildcat band here. Let's hear it up for the, we heard from the bass drums and the trumpets earlier, and the rest of the band. Give it up for the band one time. What's the cheerleaders at? What's the cheerleaders at? Y'all get up. They're all over the place. Give it up for the Wildcat cheerleaders tonight. Let's get up. Now, I don't know, do y'all still have the dance line that my wife was part of? What's the Crimson Banners out here? My wife was Sherry Bodine, class of 1998. Give it up for her. Now, we brought the whole crew today, man. We brought everybody. The only person who couldn't be here was Speed Racer. He is working right now, but he says go Wildcats from now. He's over in center right now, live on the air. But we want to bring out the campus stud. First of all, I think one of his stalkers is here today. As a matter of fact, give it up for Vanilla Chick! We saw the video today. But with us right here for the camera, the former man for the Pigskin Roundup, former Crimson Tide and Southside tackle, Joe Disney. Joe's having a birthday today, so let's sing happy birthday to Joe. Everybody. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joe. Happy birthday to you. Joe, that's not right. Now, in just a few minutes, we're going to sing a little song for y'all, so take a little participation. And we're going to have to get a couple of guest dancers out here to back us out this time. We're going to go ahead and sing that. I think we should now. One of Sherry's cousins, Serena, goes here to Gunnersville, and she tells us that Miss Power is a big Rick and Bubba fan. Where's Miss Power? Y'all got that Miss Power? We'll raise Miss Power out here. Let's see. Now, who else do we need to get together? Rick, I don't know. Probably crazy. How about Jay Ray? Jay Ray, we got here. He's been no nervous to me. He's going to be serious with that right now, Jay. Let's see. We need a couple of cheerleaders out here. We got some of them. Yes, sir. Who we got? Okay, you right there. Come on, let's get these two. We got the Crimson Bells down here too. Where's the Crimson Bell dance line? So some of you, okay. We got this. So you think it's been enough for us now? I think so. All right, let's go ahead and bring out the Y'all give it up for Bradley and B&A Music for bringing out the system and all the payroll this year. Now, it's time for us to do a song. We're going to have our featured dancers here, but we need all of you to help us sing it. When we say fat, fat guys, and we want you to repeat fat, fat guys. Let's practice one time, Rick. Fat, fat guys, you say. Now, look, I'm going to be honest with you. Albertville wanted us to come their bear rally for the last one of the year. So y'all need to be loud. So let them know that we're up here in Gunnersville instead, okay? Are you ready for it now? We say fat, fat guys, and you say. Keep it up. Gotta have the rhythm now. All right, Bradley, give it to him, baby. And I want all hands together. You ready? Get them up.
Great job. Rick's daddy's one of the best football coaches in the country, and I tell you, Rick, did you dress out tonight? I tell you, 2 quarters. Rick was a great football player. Y'all, tonight we got a big one. We got Albertville. And not only is it Albertville, it's also for the county championship. So, what we need to do now is really fill up the stands early and let Albertville come in here. We're going to take the championship away from them. We need your help. Y'all want to introduce the award winners from last Friday's game. Our outstanding back was Harold Kowalski. Outstanding blocker, David Sizemore. Hardest hit, Andy Swan. Our meanest wildcat was Rodney Lyles. I want to introduce the senior players too. I'd like for them to step out here on the gym floor. Patrick Bryant. Y'all, this is a great group of seniors that we have, and I know this isn't our last pep rally, and their careers are definitely not over yet. There's a lot more to be accomplished. But these guys, I want to compliment them on another area championship. I think that makes 3 years in a row for them at least. And they provide great leadership. Y'all give them a hand. All of our seniors will be captains tonight. Representing the seniors today, Brad Solomon and Patrick Bryant. Come on up. This is the game we've been practicing for all year. This is probably one game of the year for sure. Just come out and support us. We'll do our best. This is a really important game tonight. I really don't think we could have gotten this far without a great coach like Coach Brown. And I appreciate everybody coming and support us.
And these are our senior
Horizon Communications' archives of local high school sports and school programs now spans decades and generations, covering multiple sports and programs. DVDs of these memorable events make the perfect gift for any occasion, and the cost is simple and affordable. The first game or program DVD is $20, the second game or program is $15, and then any others are only $10 each, all on their own individual DVD. Pre-1990 games converted from coaches' films are as low as $5 per game. We have hundreds of games from the late 50s on up. Give us a call at 256-582-7373, message us on Facebook, or email mharden@horizoncommunications.net to check the availability of your desired event. Let Horizon Communications help you with the gift of video to be treasured for a lifetime.
Design your Cabco dream home from the outside in at J&J Homes of Albertville. Crafted with care and engineered to last, your custom options are endless. Both J&J and Cabco builders are proud to be locally based, family-owned, and independently operated. Home ownership made easy. Come by to get their lowest price guarantee with several finance options available, including zero-down options with land or approved credit. Cabco Builders and J&J Homes of Albertville, your dream team for your dream home.
Hey folks, Mark Bricky, Sand Mountain Toyota. There's a lot to consider when buying a truck. Towing capacity, cab space, gas mileage, resale value. When you're talking with your salesman, is he willing to sit behind the wheel of the same kind of truck he claims to stand behind? Here at Sand Mountain Toyota, we buy what we sell. Not only do we stand behind our trucks, we put our own money and trust in Toyota trucks, just like you. Come by and check out our huge selection of popular Toyota trucks. Sand Mountain Toyota, we're more than a dealership.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Gunnersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Foodland, your football tailgating headquarters.
Congratulations to Buddy Bunch and his staff at Bunch Pharmacy as they were honored as the 2022 Health Mart National Pharmacy of the Year.